At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
This is your home for the Chieftains. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Kansas Insurance agents have years of industry experience. Learn more at kansasins.com.
Bobcats showing pressure. They're going to bring it. McGraw, pump fakes, wide open, Todd Brown, and he breaks it in. Back to Bruisman, avoids one rush, gets it up the middle, and he is in. Touchdown, Chieftains. There it is, finally. Scoreless no more. The header is good. Emery Weiser. 24-22, set point for Tonganoxie. Near side, Smoots gets the kill and closes out the first set, 25-22.
It's time for the Chieftains on your home for Tonganoxie High School Athletics. Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Yes, you are looking live, a beautiful aerial view here of Beatty Field at Tonganoxie High School, where we are set for the home opener as the Chieftains host the Spring Hill Broncos, coming off a win last week on the road at Bonner Springs. The Chieftains looking for revenge of a week 1 loss and a loss a year ago on the road to these Broncos. My goodness, what a shot that is. Players on the field warming up, and we are just a few moments away from getting this one started here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. And as always, it is brought to you by Kansas Insurance. To see how they can help you protect what matters most, give them a call at 913-365-396-6600 as we cruise into the S&S Body pregame show. They've been the place to go to in Tonganoxie for auto body and repair work since 1972. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. Ain't no better party than a home opener party, right, partner? Oh. It is great to be back here again for the Chieftains 301 days ago. For everyone that knows that number off the top of their head, I think you know where I'm going with this. Yes. Last time that we were here at Beatty Field, which for a lot of teams coming into the season 301 days ago from playing your last home football game, that's good because that was the sub-state championship game the Chieftains played in, their first one ever in program history against St. Thomas Aquinas. And now it's about coming in and getting win number one on the 2024 campaign and bouncing back from not only the loss last week at Lewisburg, like we already mentioned, but from a year ago when the Chieftains lost on the road at Spring Hill. And that was the big thing that we talked about in that game last year, and we're going to say it again here in the pregame show. It was a game that saw the Chieftains have 2 turnovers in that first half, gaining 14 points off turnovers for the Broncos in a game that the Chieftains ended up losing by 7 points.
Yeah, exactly right. And they really lost a heartbreaker last week, in overtime to a really good team. But hopefully tonight they can get that turned around. And, man, do we have a gorgeous afternoon, late afternoon, early evening game. The weather is 71 degrees at kickoff. It'll be going down into the high 60s, just a little nice 11-mile-an-hour breeze coming directly out of the east. So should be a great night for football.
It's a beautiful night again. That fall weather, it's starting to roll in. We saw it a little bit last night during the boys soccer match against Eudora, and it's going to be almost in full effect here tonight. They got the big American flag up on the fire truck. You know what that means. That means Friday Night Lights are back here in Tonganoxie. As for the Broncos last week, no Tyson B. Shore, no Colton McKenna. A lot of key names and a lot of key faces not on this Bronco team anymore. Wasn't a problem for them last week, coming off as they waxed the Bonner Springs Braves 43-0. We're going to break down that matchup and more coming up later here on Tonganoxie Sports Live in the SNS Body pregame show. But first, we're going to step aside. When we return, we're going to take a look at our Wizard of Paws area matchups. Keep it right here. Chieftain football coming up at the top of the hour right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com.
Community-minded and community strong. That's what you get at Community National Bank in Tonganoxie. Community National offers big city amenities with the personalization of a small-town bank. They make banking easy with a 24-hour on-site ATM and mobile app that allows you to bank from anywhere. They offer great options on loans, checking and savings accounts, CDs, safety deposit boxes, and more. Stop by and let their friendly staff serve you at 231 North Main Street in Tonganoxie. Community National Bank, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics. Member FDIC.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. Where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3600 913-3509. Visit ladserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Lad.
Welcome back in here. You're watching the S&S Body pregame show on Tonganoxie Sports Live. It's now time to take a look around at our area matchups tonight, brought to you by Wizard of Paws, Tonganoxie's family-owned pet grooming salon with a combined 48 years of experience. Schedule your pet's appointment today at wizardofpawstongi.com. As we start up at the top, action in the UKC Conference. Shawnee Heights on the road, second week on the road, taking on the Topeka West Chargers. The Lansing Lions, the Chieftains, have a date with the Lions a week from tonight in Lansing. It's a battle in Leavenworth. Lansing and the Leavenworth Pioneers here in week 2. Lions and Chieftains coming up later in week 3. We'll talk more about that later on in this broadcast. The DeSoto Wildcats on the road taking on the Turner Golden Bears. A couple of times we've been up there in Turner. Looks like a new nice football facility and stuff they have built up there. Really, really nice. Hope we get a chance. Maybe Tongi gets a chance to go up there and have a match with the Golden Bears so we can check it out. Baser Linwood, Tongi also playing them later on in the year. That's coming up on October 11th right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. A battle of old Call Valley League foes in the Bobcats and the Pirates of Piper. That one taking place in KCK tonight. The Seaman Vikings out of Topeka on the road, bumping up to 6A, taking on the Shawnee Mission East Lancers. St. James Academy Thunder, impressive week 1 win last week on the road at Bishop Miege, storming in and raiding the Stags, beating them by nearly 3 scores in that game. Unbelievable. What a statement it was for the Thunder. They're on the road at St. Thomas Aquinas, the 4A state champions from last year, reclassified back up to 5A for the 2024 season. And lastly at the bottom, Bishop Miege looking to bounce back, get to 1-1 on the season at Blue Valley Southwest. The Timberwolves, what a season they had last year with Dylan Dunn, that high-powered offense. Unbelievable. Coming off a sub-state championship appearance in 5A last year. Now we take a look at our league matchups. You see the Baldwin Bulldogs on the road at Ottawa. Partner Walt Anderson and that crew on the road last week. For the Cyclones taking on Atchison. They get the win there. They're 1-0, looking to go to 2-0 now. A lot of hype around them in the Frontier League. We'll see how they handle this tonight against the Bulldogs. A battle of 0-1 teams looking for the first win in Eudora between the Braves and the Cardinals. And, of course, this matchup here, Broncos and Chieftains. And our Week 2 Frontier League Sports Live game of the week, it's the Wildcats again on the road, the crosstown rivalry between the Wildcats and the Panthers. That one can be viewed over on Varsity Sports Live YouTube and the Paola Sports Live YouTube channel if you want to try to peek over and get a look at that matchup happening. Again, those were your area matchups tonight, brought to you by Wizard of Paws.
Partner, I think we've been fortunate enough that the first 2 weeks of this season, we've had probably the league game of the week. These matchups, they're going to have implications later on down the line, so looking forward to a really good one tonight.
Well, I think it's also an implication of just how deep this league is, the Frontier League.
Yes.
I know, talking with Coach Troyer, he called it the premier 4A league in the state. And I don't think that's an overstatement or an understatement one way or the other. This is a league that has deep teams, deep talents every week. It's a game of the week, just like you were kind of already alluding to right there. Again, those area matchups brought to you by Wizard of Paws. When we come back, we're going to break down last week's matchup between the Wildcats, again, beat the Chieftains by a point in overtime. It was a thriller nonetheless in week 1. That's brought to you by the Tonganoxie Public Library when we come back right here on your home of the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live.
For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
Make the landscape of your dreams a reality with a stop at Oak Creek Nursery and Landscape. Just 15 minutes outside of Tonganoxie, come explore their full nursery of plants, trees, shrubs, annuals, and perennials. Learn from their certified specialists about proper seeding, watering, planting, lawn treatment, and so much more. Visit their website to enroll in classes, preview upcoming events, and request an estimate for your next project. Or give them a call at 913-351-5296. Oak Creek Nursery and Landscape, your one-stop shop for outdoor living.
Ridge Med Spa in Tonganoxie is more than a destination. It's an experience designed to redefine radiance and inspire success. Dr. Mark Peterson and Laura Snow facilitate and encourage both providers and clients to live life to the fullest by investing in themselves. Their new space offers services for medical weight loss, IV nutrition, laser hair removal, laser skin rejuvenation, hydrofacials, and Botox. Visit ridgemedspa.com to book your appointment today in Tonganoxie. Illuminate your beauty.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Back here again. One of the signature trademarks of Friday Night Lights here in Tonganoxie, Kansas, the fire department coming out and the big red, white, and blue American flag. They usually have it down near the end zone closest to the highway. They're having it now here closest to the field house. So interesting to see. You can see the winds picking up a little bit. I imagine that'll die down a little bit later, but it's a nice, beautiful breeze here on what's expected to be a beautiful evening in Tonganoxie, Kansas. It's now time for our Week 1 recap brought to you by the Tonganoxie Library. And again, it was the Chieftains and the Wildcats. New quarterback Alex Saad. New drive, very first to get out of the game. He has a quick completion there. A couple of plays later, jet sweep to Miles Vose. We see a missed tackle here by the Chieftains. Vose able to stop, pivot. Look at that great wall of Wildcats right there. Good convoy, able to cut it back up the middle of the field and put it in for the touchdown. 26 yards, and that got the Wildcats on top of that one. 7-0 Chieftains first drive. 3rd down and 3. They give it to Tanner Hand up the middle. He was a yard short. Chieftains elect to punt it away. Luckily for the defense, they were able to get it right back. So this is second possession, first play. Talon Langford, first pass since sophomore year 2022. Little bit too much on it. Intercepted, overthrew the receiver. Easy pick for Logan Henry, who gives the ball right back to the Wildcats. Saad under center. Got to try to run the ball with Darby Van Eaton. That's Cale Dye, one of the many seniors. You see him from the linebacker position, shooting the honey hole, bringing him down. They call that hawk tackling back in the day. Good form. Still a 7-0 ball game. Tanner Hand trying to get the run game going. That defensive line in the front six for the Wildcats gave the Chieftains problems all night long. Stopping the run. Pressure right there over the middle. Ashton Moore, you saw him with the hit on Elijah Holthouse. Made it hard. Now here's the next drive. 4th and 3. That was a big broken tackle there by Darby Van Eaton. Look at it, through 2 Chieftains. Able to stretch it out. Good view there. Gets the first down. Very next play. Right down the line to Miles Vose. Hits that window. You can kiss him goodbye. And that was another touchdown reception for Miles Vose. Chieftains down by 14. Tanner Hand, 4th down and 2. Big gamble. He gets it. And a stiff arm and another, shows off the speed. He says, I want more. Cuts the lead in half. 41-yard scamper, the first touchdown run of the season. Expecting of many from Tanner Hand there. Now we go to the third quarter. We talked about Talon Langford. They wanted to see him in the run game a little bit more. It's exactly what they do here.
Right.
He picks up 10 yards there. He matched his rushing total in the first half on that one rush alone. And now we see the Chieftains are going to start getting the running game going here in just a little bit. Not on this drive, as again, that's Miles Vose bringing Tanner Hand down for a loss. Forced the Chieftains to punt. Alex Saad throwing it down. I don't think anybody had Miles Vose having the big breakout game, but that young man showed up huge for his team. Over 100 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns. Next play, interception on the line. That was Owen Schmidt jumping in front of it. We see Saad staring down the receivers, and Schmidt able to get it off the back shoulder. That was coming off with a lot of velocity, too. Not very easy for Owen to try to catch. Now we're going to see the Chieftains get rolling on offense. Broken tackle there from Tanner Hand, stretching it out. Big chunk play there. Why not? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Give it to him. This is the Chieftain offense we were so used to seeing last season. Now we're seeing Talon Langford with it again, following his blockers. Gets a big one there on the edge. Able to get around and takes the Chieftains down inside the 20-yard line. Looking to tie this game up at 14, 2nd and 10. Tanner Hand, good cut back up the middle. And breaking tackles again, staying on his feet. Down to the 5, goal to go. It took all the way down to 4th down, 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. Able to punch it in. and the score would remain tied at 14. That took us all the way into overtime. Lewisburg would get the ball first. Tongi won the toss. They elected to defer, just like you want to do. Few plays, we saw Miles Vose in motion, and Darby Van Eden follows him all the way into the end zone. As the Wildcats get the score, you see Vose in motion, getting a big block there. Darby Van Eden almost untouched going into the end zone. So that puts the Wildcats on top, 21-14. Chieftains stopped on first and second down. Play action, roll out. Not a lot of completions. This was 1 of 3 on the night for Talon Langford for 9 yards and a touchdown to Todd Brown. You like the call on 4th and goal, trying to go for 2 and go for the win? Up the middle, Tanner Hand is stopped. That's Lucas Schwartz. Had a phenomenal game, the senior defensive end for the Wildcats. You see him just timing it perfectly, wrapping up Tanner Hand as he tried to go up the middle, and that would do it. Second year in a row, Wildcats get the best of the Chieftains by a point, 21-20 in overtime. We talked about it a lot going into the game last week and even after it. You look back on it, the 4th down call, trying to go for the win on the road. Love the faith and the confidence that Coach Schroyer had in his team to line him up and try to go for it. It was just credit to a nice defensive play by a senior who made those all night long in that game. And the Chieftains come up just short. We'll see if that has any implications on later in the season when it comes to playoff seeding and league title hopes or whatever. But for the Chieftains right now, you got to put that one behind you and you get ready for the Broncos here tonight.
Yeah, we talked about that. You know, how pleased we were that that Coach Troyer went for that win on the road. I just think you don't want to second guess that. I think that was the call to have, and unfortunately they just came up a little bit short.
So in that, again, game of inches, and it came down to just a few extra ones for Tonganoxie. 0-1, looking to bounce back tonight against the Spring Hill Broncos. We're going to break down this matchup here tonight and more. You're watching the SNS Body pregame show on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information and become a member today by visiting their website, TonganoxieBusinessAssociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with the Jay Hatfield Auto Group. We've been serving the Four States area for over 29 years, and we now have 6 locations which offer Chevrolet, GMC, Ford, and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Each of our locations is operated by a Jay Hatfield family member or managing partner. At Jay Hatfield, we're here to earn your business and trust. We have approximately 300 pre-owned and 300 new vehicles in stock or on their way, and we're making deals. Come see us at Jay Hatfield location today and let us make you part of the Jay Hatfield family.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
Family-owned Wizard of Paws in downtown Tonganoxie offers personalized pet grooming, doggy daycare, dog obedience, and socialization classes. At Wizard of Paws, your pet will get one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they will return to you quickly and looking fabulous. Their facility offers amenities and space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make an appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawspet.com.
We continue to enjoy a beautiful evening here at Beatty Field at Tonganoxie High School. Just under 22 minutes until kickoff in this one. Chieftains getting the final warm-ups in right now. It's a good time to look at our starting lineups tonight. It's brought to you by our friends over at Forever Fencing, your locally owned and top-rated fencing company in the Midwest. Go online for your free estimate today at www.foreverfencingkc.com. Not a whole lot of change here. The only change is in the defensive secondary. Brady Martin's going to slide into that starting safety spot for Jacob Morenz. But outside of that, it's the same suspects on offense and defense. Langford in the backfield with Hand on offense. Owen Schmidt, Todd Brown, and Elijah Holthouse going to be our receivers. Kendall Smith at tight end. TJ Leeper, Cale Dye, Zach Fisher, Gavin Rhodes, and Tucker McGuire. It's your starting offensive line from left to right. And that defensive line, TJ Leeper, made his presence known in the game last week, got that big sack. We'll ignore the penalty. I think he's probably have heard from the coaches on that. He learned from it. Thankfully, it was such a big loss that 15-yard penalty didn't end up giving the fresh set of downs. But you can imagine coaches got in his ears to say, we love the effort, we love the energy, just hone it in a little bit. Exactly. Let's not go a little too crazy right there. Miles Robbins, Gavin Rhodes on the inside. Kendall Smith again rushing off the edge. I feel like it's about every single game or two. He was a little bit limited last week, dealing with some cramps and some injuries. He looks ready to go here tonight. But I just feel like all last year, it was at least once or twice every game we were able to call his name for just making a big defensive play. Right. It was always either a big third or fourth down stop, a big pressure sack. I mean, he just makes plays wherever he goes, and I can't wait to see what he can do on offense as well at the tight end spot. Tanner Hand, Cale Dye, dynamic in the linebacker spot, solidifying that front six. And, of course, Todd Brown, Talon Langford, Owen Schmidt, Mark Geiger, and Brady Martin. Those are going to be the defensive backs. A lot of experience and a lot of senior leadership. I think we were talking about it last year. Out of the 22 starting spots, I believe 18 or 19 of them are filled by seniors, and the other ones are juniors. Only one sophomore in the starting lineup, and that's still Elijah Holthouse.
Yeah, I really like Owen Smith's size back there in the backfield. He showed up last week with a big interception.
Yeah, had the big interception. Talon Langford had a real nice play on a third down and long, a pass breakup that forced a punt for Lewisburg. Speaking of Talon, as we now get into our player spotlights tonight, brought to you by Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. It was about the quarterbacks last week, and again, this early in the season, still a lot of kind of questions, and a lot of eyes are going to be on the quarterbacks in here. We'll start with Talon Langford and the Chieftains. Not the best of nights throwing. Right. Now, we do want to put out here that we're not putting this on Talon. He was facing a tremendous front six in Lewisburg that had a great pass rush and a secondary that played really phenomenal as well. They're going to make it really tough for any team to pass the ball on them this year. So now it's about, for him, how does he come into this game and how does he respond after last week? It was also worth mentioning that was his first game starting back in over a year with the knee injury. That's already been well documented. But now it's about how does he come out in this game? How does the offensive script on the first drive? You know, we always know coaches like to script out maybe the first 10, 15 plays or so. Coach Troyer has an idea of what he wants to do on offense. I wonder how much of that includes of maybe get some quick short passing game involved here, trying to get Talon Langford settled into a groove, and most importantly, kind of get his confidence maybe built back up a little bit.
Yeah, I think you'd hit the nail on the head there, partner. I would like to see him incorporate some more of those quick outs and short passes to get Talon's, get that confidence up to where he can throw it on further down the field. Like we'll talk about that in the keys of the game here coming up.
Yeah, but he did. He had a really great game with his legs. He was held to 10 yards rushing in the first half, and then in the second half he got 50 yards, so 60 total on the night. How do they continue incorporating that into the run game as well? Because that was the thing last year is when you had Colton Brusman and Tanner Hand, you could give them the ball. But now this year it feels like it's Tanner Hand. Brady Martin was the second running back brought into the game. He got very limited carries, maybe 2 or 3. But now it's kind of like the option threat now. Are you going to try to collapse in on Tanner Hand wherever he's going to go, or worry about Talon trying to pull it out and use his athletic ability and his legs to really hurt you? So it's kind of a new a little bit of new, but still a little bit of the same kind of dynamic in that backfield for the Chieftains as far as the rushing game with the 1-2 punch of Hand and Langford.
Yeah, I think you could also make a point that he could become a dual threat quarterback. I mean, if he can get some of those, get that passing confidence up, I just love his size as a running back. He hits the hole hard, and he's hard to bring down. So, yeah, he could be a dynamic force for the rest of this season.
Yeah, it's no secret. He is a tremendous athlete, a part of the basketball team, baseball team. He's a 3-sport athlete, and we got to see him a lot kind of in his rehab process throughout basketball. He worked so hard, he actually suited up for the final varsity game on the road at Ottawa that we covered on Tonga Sports Live. He didn't make an appearance in there, but just the fact that that point, we're talking about February, and that knee injury he suffered in the summer, late July, August, maybe early somewhere around there, tremendous way that he attacked his rehab and everything. He looked strong, he looked good, and he looks good walking around out there on the field, just trying to get the play on the field a little bit more up to par.
That speaks volumes about his work ethic, too.
For sure.
That's awesome.
One of the undoubted, I think, 15, 16 of the senior leaders on this team this year. They are fortunate to have him. Meanwhile, for the Spring Hill Broncos, we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier in the pregame show. No Tyson B. Shore, no Colton McKenna. Those were the two big faces on offense. It's now junior starting quarterback Jordan Miller. Got his first start at the varsity level last week. He kind of made some appearances last year in games that the Broncos had well put away. So that was his first real look at some varsity time against the Braves. He did have a touchdown, 2 interceptions. One of them was a true interception. The other one was hit a receiver right in the hands. It just kind of bounced up in the air. It was unfortunate, but he is a guy, and I think we're going to see it here tonight, a tremendous athlete. He's got a great arm, and he kind of has this pocket awareness. It's almost kind of like Mahomes-esque to me. I'm not saying he's like Mahomes. Everybody settle down. But I'm saying the way that he can kind of diagnose it so quickly, get out of the pocket, keep his eyes downfield, and find his receivers. We're going to see that a lot from him tonight. I'm excited to see the athletic ability of Jordan Miller.
Yeah, it's like he can feel the pressure. I think that's what you're talking about. Yes. You don't have to have the eyes on it. He knows he's running out of time, or he needs to get rid of the ball. So, yeah, I hear what you're saying.
And as for the offense, we've known in the past, just like the Chieftains, it was always run first, typically. Coach feedback for the Broncos head coach Jason Feedback, he acknowledged this year they got to get more to a more balanced 50-50 slate. They did that last year, or they did that last game against Bonner, looking a little more close to 59-41, still favoring the run. But compared to last year, where it was almost close to 70% of the time they were running the ball, it's already a good start in game one. Expect a more balanced spread here to start this one. They like to pass on play action. They have a lot of motion during pre-snap. Skill positions have size and speed for days. Jackson Torres, number 9, senior running back. They have him listed as a running back, but he's kind of like a Christian McCaffrey. He can play halfback. He can play in the slot. They can put him out wide, have wide receiver. He's another multi-purpose guy that they can really use him and get him the ball in different areas and let him use his athleticism to beat the defense.
Yeah, he's got a lot of tools, and you can, like you said, you can move him around, and sometimes he can get lost.
And as for that defense for the Broncos, again, returning more faces from last year. So the defense is pretty well intact, especially in the secondary and at linebackers headed by Bo Gardner. Linebacker had a tremendous year last year, earning some all-league honors. He's surrounded by a lot of tremendous guys. We'll get to them a little bit later on in the broadcast. It's going to be a good one. Crowd is starting to roll in here. Bleachers are filling up. Spring Hill fans making the travel out as well. We can see the high school marching band getting ready to make their way onto the field here. It is just the start of the festivities here on another beautiful Friday night in Tonganoxie, Kansas. 13 and a half minutes until kickoff. It's going to be coming up here in just a little bit on Tonganoxie Sports Live when we return.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to SNS Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. SNS has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972. working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com.
Community-minded and community strong. That's what you get at Community National Bank in Tonganoxie. Community National offers big city amenities with the personalization of a small town bank. They make banking easy with a 24-hour on-site ATM and mobile app that allows you to bank from anywhere. They offer great options on loans, checking and savings accounts, CDs, safety deposit boxes, and more. Stop by and let their friendly staff serve you at 231 North Main Street in Tonganoxie. Community National Bank, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics. Member FDIC.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information and become a member today by visiting their website, TonganoxieBusinessAssociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with the Jay Hatfield Auto Group. We've been serving the Four States area for over 29 years, and we now have 6 locations which offer Chevrolet, GMC, Ford, and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Each of our locations is operated by a Jay Hatfield family member or managing partner. At Jay Hatfield, we're here to earn your business and trust. We have approximately 300 pre-owned and 300 new vehicles in stock or on their way, and we're making deals. Come see us at Jay Hatfield location today and let us make you part of the Jay Hatfield family.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
Family-owned Wizard of Paws in downtown Tonganoxie offers personalized pet grooming, doggy daycare, dog obedience, and socialization classes. At Wizard of Paws, your pet will get one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they will return to you quickly and looking fabulous. Their facility offers amenities and space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make an appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawspet.com.
Nice job, well done by the high school marching band presenting the colors and the national anthem. Players will be taking the field here in just a matter of moments. It's now time for our keys of the game this evening. Is going to be brought to you by First Security Bank, your locally owned community bank in Tonganoxie. Stop by and meet the friendly staff today at 415 Stone Creek Drive. First Security Bank, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics. Werner, I know you had a couple of keys off the top of your head right now, so I'll give you the microphone. Give us what are the big things that the Chieftains are going to be focusing on tonight on offense and defense to get the win?
Well, obviously on offense, they're going to have to try and get the passing game going because they were way too one-dimensional last week, and we saw throughout the game how the opponent kept stacking the box. Lewisburg kept creeping up in there, and they were having 8 and 9 guys in the box, making it really difficult to get the running game going. So hopefully they'll be able to open it up a little bit more with the passing game. That should open up some running lanes so they can't stack the box like that. As far as on defense, I thought they played defensively. I thought they played quite well last week. They had a takeaway with the interception, and with the exception of about 3 runs from Miles Vose, they actually played it pretty well on defense. So they're going to have to have that same type of effort again tonight if they want to come out with a W.
Yeah, exactly. They're a little bit more balanced on offense. I'd like to see that for the Chiefs. Like you said, it's so easy as a defense when you just know a team is going to come out and they're going to be running the ball. It's easy to stack the box. It makes it tough, especially for those linemen. We saw the Chieftains, they kind of got into heavy personnel. You saw 3 in the backfield at times. They would have Elijah Holthouse. God, that's going to take me a minute to get over. Elijah Holthouse and Kendall Smith as tight ends off the end, kind of power right or power left. Student body to the left or right is what you were calling it.
Yeah.
I love that play call. That is awesome. But even then, it still makes it a little bit tough. It's usually man-on-man at that point. And for the defenders, especially if a talented front 6 like Lewisburg had, and you're going to be facing pretty close to the same here tonight against Spring Hill, you're going to have to find a way to try to get around that and get ready. So we'll see how the Chieftains plan on attacking that. There's our beautiful drone shot, again provided by Midwest Drone Co. here locally.
Shout out to Blake. He's doing a fantastic job with that.
Blake Thomas doing a great job providing the aerials for us this evening. A first of its kind here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. You see the players coming out of the tunnel and getting ready to run through and get this one started. The Broncos just coming on the field on the other side. They were greeted to a nice ovation from the traveling Bronco fans. Always travel well due to the Spring Hill Broncos and their faithful fans. Of course, just down the press box from us, we got the Spring Hill Sports Live crew is here. BJ Jones, BJ Harris, Matt Jones, and Caden Carbajo. So if there's any unfortunate circumstances where if our stream is having problems or whatever, you can go and look up Spring Hill Sports Live as the Chieftains just now making their way onto the field, running through. There they are right there. And just how exciting that is to run out onto the home field for the first time in front of the home crowd. Nice ovation for the Chieftains as well as we're getting ready for the coin toss. So we'll see what the Chieftains will elect to do here with this one. Again, you've been watching the SNS Body pregame show here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Cale Dye, Talon Langford, Zach Fisher, the captains for the Chieftains tonight. You got Jordan Miller alongside number 10, Hank Kovichar. So we got number 45, on there. It's Bo Gardner, the standout linebacker, like we had already mentioned. I believe that was number 54, Logan Alexander, senior offensive lineman as well. And Chieftains, unfortunate, I believe they won the toss last week and deferred. I imagine the mindset's still going to be the same here.
Yeah, back in the day when I played, you always wanted the ball first, but now that's really changed with strategy now.
Well, it's also, I mean, you can kind of see why, because it's nice if you can go out on defense, if you can get that stop, and then that allows you to open up the second half with possession of the football. So it's easy to see why that trend has started to go towards.
Yeah, I think Andy Reid was really one of the first coaches in the NFL that started doing that. It's probably why he's one of the best.
That's probably so. It's not a bad guess at all. All right, looks like officials are going to get it sorted out. We had the officials were up on a mic last week. I don't know if they're going to be mic'd up again. So Spring Hill has won, deferred their choice to the second half.
Yeah, you gotta love that.
There we go. We're going to be seeing the Broncos out on the field first as they start to make their way back over to the sideline. What a shot.
There's just nothing like Friday Night Lights, partner.
It is something very awesome, very unique, very hard to replicate, especially in a town like Tonganoxie. Still has that small town charm, even though it's starting to get bigger and bigger and more advanced. It's awesome to see, but there is just nothing like a Friday night at Beatty Field. Just down the road, down the back road of Tonganoxie High School. As we're going to see this Chieftain offense out here first. The opening kickoff tonight is brought to you by Lynch Real Estate, your hometown real estate company that will help you buy your home and make your real estate dreams come true. Visit Dan Lynch and his team today in Tonganoxie. Last chance here. You haven't had a chance to do it yet. You usually like to give us a weather report. Do you want to break it down for us?
Yeah, it doesn't get any better than this, folks. It's 71 degrees at kickoff. Slight breeze out of the east. That's coming from the top to the bottom of your screen. So, man, it's just gorgeous. And it's going to only drop into the high 60s by the fourth quarter. So, what a night for football.
What a night for football, indeed. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. That was Blake Thomas on the aerial footage tonight. Might get a couple more in a little bit later on. We'll see. And also, thank you, and a big thank you to Cody Witt and Josie East, as the principal athletic director, allowing us to bring in a drone and get that footage for you folks. Here we go. This is Ryan Jackson. Going to tee it up, kick it off for the Broncos. He's got Tanner Hand and Todd Brown back to receive this opening kickoff. Now let's get it started here. Broncos and the Chieftains on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Hand will let it bounce into the end zone, and for a touchback, we'll bring it up 1st and 10 for Tonganoxie, and we'll get our first look at this offense for the Chieftains. Real quick, in case you're just now joining us, we'll get another look at the starting lineups here. You see on offense, no changes from last week whatsoever. Clock operator, a little bit too giddy, making the clock run on the touchback. So we'll add 5 seconds up, 12 even minutes for the Chieftains to work with. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. One of the advantages for Spring Hill being a little bit bigger, bringing a bigger roster, they're able to platoon. So we'll have 11 dedicated offense, 11 on defense. A couple of players will play both ways, but not as much as the Chieftains do, as they're going to start off on the ground with Tanner Hand, taking a couple of Broncos with him. There's a solid gain on the ground right away as he got 6, close to 7 on a first down carry.
Oh, it's a nice carry there, but he did get some help from right side of that offensive line. Give those big boys some love.
It's a offensive front for the Chieftains, and Leaper, Dye, Fisher, that left tackle, guard to center, all seniors. The only junior is Rhodes on the right guard, and Tucker McGuire, the senior right tackle.
It's nice to have all that experience in the trenches.
Next play here, stretching out to the left side, trying to cut back.
Nice
Pan
cut.
breaks a tackle, gets tackled by the shoestrings, making his way to the 45. There is a flag in the backfield.
Yeah, that's probably in the area of holding. I don't think you're supposed to pick that up, young man. Yeah, that's too bad. That wiped out a nice gain by Tanner Henn there. You saw how he turned his body sideways. That reminds me of Zemo back in the day, man. He'd say, "Give me a crack," and he'd just turn sideways and get through it.
As for those maybe not familiar with the old Pop Warner days of Chieftain football, it's Zach Morgan that you're referring to there. And yes, one of the better just overall athletes that have come through in Tonganoxie. So they're going to back it up 10 yards, getting 10 yards from the spot. So it's only going to back it up now close to about a 2nd and 13 or so. Nonetheless, wiping out a first down carry from Tanner Henn.
Yeah, trying to stay away from these penalties.
Those are the kind
They're
of
drive killers.
They could be drive killers indeed. Back on the ground again with Hand. Gets past the original first down spot and a couple yards in front. Still going to be a good 3rd down and long here for the Chieftains to try to deal with. It's been all run so far. Maybe this is the time we'll see a passing. I'll tell you, from the 2 official carries, 3 total if we're counting the one that got taken off the board for Tanner Henn, looking really good so far carrying the ball, getting at least 6 yards each carry.
Big 3rd down here for the Chieftains.
What about 3rd down and 7 coming up? Backfield will empty out with Hand in motion to the near side. Langford to pass, and he'll get it out quickly, just a little bit high and through the hands of the senior Todd Brown. I think if you ask him, he's going to tell you, I need to bring that ball in, and the Chieftains will punt it out after that holding penalty. Will stall out this drive.
Yeah, you got to help your quarterback out there, partner, because you're struggling with a little confidence anyway. But he hit him right in the hands.
Chieftains in punt formation. Benny Reagan back for Spring Hill return.
That'll put Langford back, ready to punt this one away. Had a good 60-yard punt last week against Lewisburg. End over end punt. If it can get a Chieftain roll, it's going to take a bounce and will die out inside the 35-yard line. So good starting field position for the Broncos as they'll make their way onto the field behind their quarterback Jordan Miller. 2nd start of the season here at the varsity level for the junior, like we were talking about. Highly athletic, has that unique capability of feeling the pressure, knowing his way around the pocket. He can be a little bit tough to get down, and he's got some pretty good arm talent as well. But we also know the Broncos love to run the ball. It's Patrick Stumpf this year. It's going to be filling in the spot for Colton McKenna last year that nearly had 2,000 all-purpose yards.
Yeah, and Stumpf is a handful. He's a big guy.
As we got whistles early here as the Broncos were just coming set at the line. There is a flag down, and indication here is going to be against the Chieftains as somebody was lined up in the neutral zone. That's it. Encroachment is going to be the call.
Yeah, 2 quick penalties on the Chieftains. That's not good. Penalty to kill a drive, and
not the best of starts penalty-wise for the Chieftains. And you just give the Broncos a free 5 yards there. Already great starting field position. Now 1st and 5.
Yeah.
As they're going to be inside their own 40-yard line, trying to get into Chieftain territory. Miller takes a snap, passing right away, and there is Jackson Torres. It was right at the sticks, and he brings it in. They needed 5 yards. That's exactly what they got. First down on the first play of the game.
That's the exact same play that Tongi tried to run for a first down. They just weren't able to catch it.
In the hands of Jackson Torres, senior leader for the Broncos. You're going to see him lined up all over the place in this one. Now they're going to hand off the middle to Stumpf. He got to the line of scrimmage, able to bowl his way forward. Pretty good spot. Call it a gain of 4 on that one.
Strong 4 yards.
third play of the drive. There's Torres again out of the backfield, making his way through, wrapped up around the ankle, able to carry that defender 2 yards past the first down mark, and already the second first down of this drive for Spring Hill.
Jackson Torres on the carry. Top round on the stop for the Chieftains. Gain goes for Bronco, first down.
Already moving along very nicely here. It's just the third play and second first down converted. Miller to pass again. Extra protection. He's going to step up. He's going to heave it down the field. Looking for Kirschner. And it's intercepted. Taken away by Talon Langford.
Great interception there. That was excellent coverage by Talon. He followed the ball all the way in. Made a nice interception.
It was Kirschner that just got a half step past Langford enough to give Miller the confidence to throw it down the field. And Langford, excellent coverage. There was a reason that in his first year starting 2 years ago, he was second team All-League as a defensive back in 2022. His first defensive interception of the year gives the Chieftains the ball back deep in their own territory, 1st and 10 from the 9-yard line.
See if they can get something going on offense here.
That one definitely not going in the right direction. I'm going to say a whole loss of a yard.
Short off on the play. 2nd and 11.
So again, this is the time here for your defense going out, getting the turnover.
Yeah.
Forcing that Spring Hill offense back over to the sideline. Now you got to come out. You would really hate to go 3 and out here, deep in your own territory as well, because that would force another punt. Spring Hill's going to have another good look at it. Starting field position-wise, I want to try to make something of this drive. 2nd and 11 inside their own 10, and it's a design run for Langford, and the Broncos snuffed it out and driving them backwards inside the 5. They're going to go. It's the first one there. Brooks Bayer, the sophomore for the Broncos, number 88. He had a convoy come in and help him out. But the Chieftains, 2 plays off the Talon Langford interception on defense, have gone backwards for 3rd and long.
Yeah, Chieftain O-line having a tough go of it this drive so far.
In the shadow of their own end zone, the ball is right at the 5-yard line.
Yeah. Danger zone.
Need to at least get it just shy of the 20 to keep this drive alive. Looking for Schmidt, trying to make the catch near the sideline. I think he ran out of real estate. Even if he brought it in, it would have been out of bounds. Tight coverage on the play there, number 21 for the Broncos. That's Mikey Beck, the young freshman starting in the secondary for Spring Hill. And even with the interception, Chieftains can't make nothing of it. Not any positive yards gained on their second possession.
And now Talon Langford's going to be punting from the back of the end zone. Hoping for a nice roll here.
Yeah, heels almost on that back line. Pretty solid boot here. It's going to put it on the other side. Muffed on the fair catch. He just takes a knee.
That was really a nice punt, though.
And again, you consider when that was almost in the back of the end zone, that was close to about a 56, 57-yard punt.
Yeah.
As it came in through the air. So all things considered, not too bad, even though the Chieftains, you know they would have loved to capitalize on that chance and on that turnover and get some points off of it. And we'll see the Spring Hill offense back out there coming off the Jordan Miller interception, already his 3rd interception of the season. And we're not even halfway through the first quarter of game number 2. Langford now passing 0 for 2 on the day. 2 in the backfield, Manson in motion. And it's a handoff to Torres. Got the edge along the near side. Escorted out of bounds. Gets into Chieftain territory. And we'll see where they officially spot him. It'll be right at the Tonganoxie 47-yard line.
6-yard gain on the play will bring up 2nd and 4.
Good for a gain of 6 for Jackson Torres on his 2nd carry.
Yeah, Spring Hill O-line really sealed that right side for him. Some good blocking.
Another handoff, Stump, head full of steam. Kendall Smith might have slowed him down for a little bit.
Second effort, though, got him close. probably within a yard.
Ran into, had Robbins in the middle there as well. At least held him short, so they're going to have to go at it again here. Third and short 2 or long 1. Depends on how you want to look at it. Two receivers on each side for the Broncos. Stump in the backfield.
Oh,
maybe some miscommunication. Miller's still going to make his way out of it. Penalty flag is down. It's going to stand as a first down right now off the improv from
That looks like
Jordan
a holding
Miller.
call, though, on the Broncos.
And it will be. It's the first penalty of the game on Spring Hill. It is holding. So 10 yards from the spot. Did not give a number on who that penalty was. What a costly one on 3rd and short, especially. Now.
Especially if they picked it up.
And now it's going to back him up 3rd and long to go. Now 3rd and 12 now.
Yeah, Chieftains need to make a stand right here. They need to stop.
3rd down and 12 for Miller. Rolling out of the pocket to the near side. Pursued by Smith as Jackson Torres open for a first down. Wrapped up by Owen Schmidt and brought down right around the Chieftain 35-yard line. And there again, we see Miller feeling the pressure, evading out of the pocket and able to keep his eyes downfield. Jackson Torres wide open, and the Broncos convert on the 3rd and long.
Yeah, that's a killer for the Toggy defense.
Two completions so far for Miller, both to Jackson Torres. Wisely getting the hand up and knocking that down. That's Tucker McGuire coming off the edge, and wisely so. Those are the kind of plays that you know when you're watching film and you're practicing throughout the week, you know to keep your eyes up, and when you see the quarterback wide enough to get a hand up there, you might be able to deflect it. That's exactly what happened there for Tucker McGuire. 2nd and 10 off the incompletion. Stump again in the backfield. They'll go to him. Goes left. Now try to cut back right, and is going to find nowhere to go. Beating him back there, the senior linebacker, Cale Dye. Good for a loss of 1. Another TFL racked up on the year for Cale Dye, and another 3rd down and long for the Broncos.
He is a beast at that linebacker spot.
Now that they brought that spot a little bit closer, so it's a little bit more like a no gain.
Yeah. Well, see if the Chiefs can hold them on 3rd and long this time.
Miller feeling pressure, trying to keep the play alive. Kendall Smith, there he is, just like we talked about. Call his name at least once a game, and he gets his first full sack of the season. And that'll force the Broncos to punt as they're back near midfield.
You know what was so special about that, partner, is that I think they were probably in 4-down territory till that big loss. Now they're going to have to punt it.
Probably safe to say, probably are right on that one.
Yeah, that big loss took them out of that chance to go for it on 4th down.
Another chance here. Punt is up. It's high, and it is short. Peter calls are out. It's going to take a nice Bronco roll inside the 10. It'll die out at around the 6-yard line. And what a beautiful punt that took a bounce and rolled for a good 10, 15-plus yards. And the Chieftains will be set up inside their own 10-yard line for the 2nd offensive possession in a row.
Yeah, Spring Hill definitely winning the field position game so far tonight. Chieftains need to put together a drive and flip the field here.
Yeah, both teams, Chieftains, 2 drives, 2 punts for the Broncos. That punt and the interception. Start off on the ground again, up the middle, met, wedged in there, maybe good for a yard and driven backwards. And again, that was Brady Martin in on the carry, it looks like.
We talk about stacking the box. Look at their partner. They don't have anybody more than 10 yards off the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to try to throw. Penalty flag flies. And I don't know if the Chieftains got up and if they get this one off in time. Well, just a false start.
Man. Is that the third penalty?
Third penalty already.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not what the Chieftains wanted to do. Now they're back in the shadow of their own end zone again.
This definitely has not been the start that Coach Preston Troyer and company were hoping for.
Look, there is nobody more than 10 yards back. They're still definitely playing around.
They're still even Brady Martin in the backfield. Tanner Hand on the sideline for the moment. Here is Martin trying to run to that right side. Swallowed up from behind, trying to keep him out of the end zone. Forward progress is going to mark him down, let's see, close to the 2 or 3 yard line. But again, the Broncos all over the Chieftains right now.
They're not getting anything at all going offensively.
And now we'll see Tanner Hand make his way back onto the field after that quick breather on the first couple of plays of that drive. Chieftains trying to avoid a punt for the third straight offensive possession. Undoubtedly.
Well, they've got 3rd and 15, 3rd and 14, so.
But you would have to imagine passing down, or do you try to keep it on the ground, afraid of not wanting to risk a safety or something happening?
That's true, too. You have holding in the end zone.
Play clock at 5. Play action. Langford going to roll out. Has space over on the far side. Going to try to keep it himself. Gets the original line of scrimmage and is chopped down shortly after that. Again, you had Mikey Beck and others in the area able to bring him down. Kendall Heiss, one of the senior defensive back leaders as well. And the Chieftains, third drive, third punt.
That Spring Hill defense is causing some problems for the Chieftains so far tonight.
Spring Hill looking like they're going to bring pressure. Nobody is back on this one, so if this thing rolls, it's going to roll for quite a while, and it does. Just shy of the 50-yard line. Broncos will take over in Tonganoxie territory at the Chieftain 49-yard line.
Another short field for the Broncos.
And the offense continuing to sputter early in this part of the season, which traditionally, depending on which coach you ask, they always say the defense is always playing ahead of the offense to start a season. But I think we're just always so used to the way the training camp and everything that they go through here at Tonganoxie, usually both sides of the ball, offense, defense, and special teams, usually by the time week 1 comes around, they are hitting the ground running. As we see the defense living up to it right now, they wrap up Jackson Torres right as he got to the line of scrimmage for no gain. 2nd and 10 upcoming. So you got this Chieftain defense right now. I've already had the interception from Talon Langford, and then the big 3rd down sack from Kendall Smith to force the punt on the last possession. As they have, even though the Broncos have taken over in great starting field position each of their offensive possessions, this Chieftain defense has not allowed them to capitalize on it. Another run, Stump, not going to get away. Cavalry arrives and drives him backwards.
Yeah, both defenses doing a job so far tonight.
I believe it was Geiger. That was the first one that got back there and got hands on Stump, and was just able to stop him in his tracks for long enough, wait for a couple more red jerseys to show up and push him backwards.
Yeah. Hopefully the Chieftains can hold them here. 3rd and 14, you need to try and make a play.
Broncos so far 1 of 3 on 3rd down conversion. Smith again with pressure, chased from behind by Robbins. Miller able to get away, trying to get around the edge. Kale Dye can't shove him out of bounds, dives for it. What a play by the junior quarterback as he runs for it with his legs and picks up and converts on a 3rd down and 14.
On a broken play. That's a killer for the Chieftains right there. Oh, no, they're going to say he's a yard short. Or foot short.
Going to say it is 4th and inches.
Yeah, they're going to go
That'll be coming up here.
They're definitely in 4-down territory.
Definitely going for it. Stump up the middle. Net.
He got it, though.
Initial indication says that he got it. Broncos acting like they got it. Waiting for the official word from the officials on the field. And would not surprise me if they want to bring the chain gain out. We saw it happen last week. I think it's a pretty clear look down the line. I think he got it.
That's what it looks like.
But they're going to bring the chains out, and they are going to measure it on 4th and inches. Needed to get to the 39-yard line, it appeared, and
he's past that.
That's where he got it. I think it looks like he got it. I don't know. Let's see. They're going to stretch it out. And my goodness. So,
wow.
I mean, we're talking
credit card with
half of a credit card short.
All right, now the Chieftains need to make some noise on offense.
And there was the third carry on that drive for Stump. He had 0 yards, that one and the very first one, and then lost 4. It was a 3rd down and 14. We thought Jordan Miller had scrambled for it on a broken play and picked up the first down. They called him about a few inches short, and they can't convert on 4th down. Best starting field position the Chieftains have had so far tonight at their own 39-yard line. 1st and 10, just under a minute to go in this opening quarter. Looks like a passing play. Langford's going to run it right up the middle. Hit hard. Right at the line of scrimmage, maybe getting forward for 1. He took a couple of licks there.
He sure did. Good second effort there by Talon.
Any Broncos coming in. Clayton Valerie.
A little different the way the Chieftains are bringing the plays in. They, years past they would get it from the sideline. Now it looks like they're bringing it in from the sideline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something they definitely did not do a lot. About a 4-second difference between play clock and game clock. They throw it complete. Owen Schmidt.
There you go.
And he's going to pick up the first down and take the Chieftains into Bronco territory.
Yeah, see, that's what we talked about, those little quick hitters. That's going to open up that running game if they can keep it going.
First completion on the night for Talon. They'll let the clock run again. And Chieftains, I think they're probably going to just let this one go to the second quarter, and that's exactly what they're going to do. 1 down, 3 to go here at Beatty Field. Still looking for our first points of this one. Broncos and Chieftains right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We'll be back after this quick timeout.
Hi, do you offer insurance bundling?
Enter authentication code to start transaction.
Where would I get the code?
Please enter code.
Okay. Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Wrong.
Let's talk about bundling and see if there are other ways for you to save with a super check.
That sounds great.
Here, take a look.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again, why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Coming back here, just a few moments, folks, here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Here we go, ready for the start of the second quarter. Chieftains take their first snap in Bronco territory right here on the 11-yard completion from Talon Langford to Owen Schmidt. They go back on the ground with Tanner Hand, and again, swallowed up, maybe just getting a yard or two.
I think that's the first down for Tonga tonight, isn't it? Yeah.
It has been a tough go at it so far, but they have something cooking here on this drive, trying to take advantage of the good play the defense has shown so far. Coming off that big 4th and inches stop to turn the ball over on downs. And now we're trying to matriculate it down the field. I know an old-time Chiefs fans, you like that, don't you?
Yeah. Hank Stram.
2nd and 8, outside run, penalty flags fly.
That's going
As
to
Todd Brown uses the speed. Look at that burst. I think he got right to the first down marker, but 2 flags on the field, and we'll have to see how they sort this out.
I think it's coming back.
Chieftains 3 penalties for 20 penalty yards in that first quarter alone, and it looks like number 4 could be on the way.
Slot back was lined up a little. I don't know. Said there was 5 backs in the backfield.
Yep, illegal formation.
Just when you get something going, that's, what is that, the 5th penalty?
4th penalty.
4th penalty.
4 penalties, 25 yards. Only 1 penalty on the Broncos is a big holding penalty.
Yeah.
For 10 yards. And we're just a little under a minute into the second quarter already. Things you might expect a little bit sloppiness as far as penalties and stuff go to start the season, as long as they start to get better on a week-by-week basis. Langford to pass again, pumps, throws, deflected, diving. Did he bring that in? And he did. Great effort from Todd Brown. He's going to bring up a nice 3rd down and short, 11 yards through the air, and that one was deflected near the line of scrimmage coming out of the hand of Langford.
Yeah, I apologize to the folks at home there. We couldn't see that because of the player standing on the sideline. All right, big 3rd down here right now for the Chieftains. You think they're in 4-down territory?
Well, I don't think. Yeah.
Who are they going to call it on?
Well, initial indication shows movement on the offensive line first.
Oh.
That's it.
Man, this 3rd down and manageable to a 3rd and long. Those hurt.
That has been a big key so far just early in this game is the amount of penalties for the Chieftains where it's taken a 2nd and short to a 2nd and long, 3rd and short to 3rd and long.
Yep.
Back him up 5 yards. I mean, you had the 1 holding penalty for 10 yards. Everything else, it's been these little 5-yard penalties. But it's been enough. 3rd and 2 now turns into 3rd and 7. 2 receivers to the far side. Langford's going to look to pass, looking near side, and another one deflected in the air. Catches his own pass. He's eligible to run this. He's going to be short of the line to gain. He still took it for about a 2-yard gain to the Bronco 45-yard line.
Be interesting to see what Coach Short decides to do here.
4th and 5 near midfield. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. And
first decision time here for Coach.
Well, indication looks like they're going to bring out the punting unit.
Now they're wanting to try and flip the field on the Broncos here.
So what an effort, nonetheless, from Talon Langford to catch his own deflected pass and able to take it and run, pick up an extra few yards. Chieftains still not doing great on 3rd downs, 0 for 3 in the game. This one punted away by Talon. Fair catch called for and brought in inside the 15-yard line by Benny Reagan, the junior for Spring Hill. So pretty dead even right now in this one. Obviously the key has been defense, and defense. I guess that's why they say defense wins you championships, right?
That's what they say.
Still looking for our first points in the game. 10 minutes, 16 seconds on the clock here in the second quarter. And a 0-0 ball game.
With Asana, AI teammates can pull real-time data and help keep work on track, so every team can work smarter and faster. Asana, the number.
You trying to pull up ads for Asana over there, partner?
Not me.
Apologize about that, folks, as we got a big run right out of the gate from Patrick Stump.
Got a nice running lane set up for him that time. Wow, just like that, they're in good field position.
That's really the first big play of the game. 20-plus yards, 23 on the ground for Patrick Stump. Give it to him again. Another big carry, gashing the Chieftain defense so far.
Stuff on the carry. Brady Martin on the tackle for the Chieftains.
Just 30 yards alone on those 2 carries for Patrick Stuff. Now the Broncos looking to get their first scoring drive put together here on offense. Miller's going to send Torres in motion. They'll hand it to him. He's going to try to cut it inside. Breaks through 1 arm tackle. Second effort. I think he's going to get him right to the line to gain.
Well, I think that's going to get him the first down. And that will.
Stop made by Hunter Howard.
So now so often, like we saw the Chieftains do, and many teams in years past of keeping it on the ground and gashing teams for big carries. Now we're going to see him go through the air, and Miller's going to throw. Has a man,
wide
and
open.
He overthrows him incomplete. Got a step on Owen Schmidt.
Yes, he did. Chieftains fortunate there because he was wide open.
Looking in the direction of Corey Kirshner again. Second incompletion on the night for Miller.
Looked like there may have been some confusion on the coverage there. You don't usually see Owen Smith get that wide open.
Run it again. Stuff. Another big carry. First down and more. Down the far sideline. Inside the 30 and taken out of bounds. Mark him out at the 25-yard line as the Broncos start to enter the red area. Second carry of 20-plus yards on this possession. 26 that time. Miller going the pressure again, tripped up. Shoelace tackle from Mark Geiger, but still a respectable carry up the middle as he had a lane. Good for a 5-yard carry for Miller. 18 total rushing yards on the ground so far from him early in this contest.
Good tackle right there by Owen Smith. Oh, Geiger, I'm sorry. Well, the Broncos definitely in 4-down territory now. So the Chiefs are going to have to get 2 stops if they want to get the ball back.
See how they want to do it.
Timeout, Tonganoxie.
Tonganoxie. Tonganoxie High School would like to thank a few of our sponsors.
So they're going to want a little extra time to try to talk this one over. Good time to remind everybody, Tonganoxie Sports Live tonight is presented to you by Kansas City, Kansas Community College, your education partner. Whether you want to take classes in high school or after graduation, KCC is in your backyard. Check out how college can help you at kckcc.edu. Kansas City, Kansas Community College, the official higher education partners of Tonganoxie Sports Live. Bill Dylan Funk here with you alongside Dennis Drennan. Nothing score, and if the Broncos have anything to say about it, this is so far the best offensive drive that either team has had this evening as they're looking to get it into pay dirt and score.
Yeah, and they started on inside their own 15, so this has been the longest drive of the night.
Line it up here, 3rd down and 2. It's again a handoff to Stumpf, and he's got the first down. Ball came loose at the end. People
Spring
diving
Hill's
on
got
top
it.
of it. It looks like
Spring Hill got it.
It looked like they got right back on top of it. The question is, where did they get on top of it?
It looks like they're trying to spot it now. That's going to bring up 4th down. Let's see if the Chieftains can get another 4th and short stop here. There was a good hole open to the right there.
And it looks like they're going to bring the kicker on, and Ryan
looks
Jackson.
like they are,
So they're going to try to go for the points here on 4th down and 1. So they went for a 4th and short earlier near midfield. This time in the red zone, they're going to try to go for 3 as the kick is on the way from Jackson. And it is good.
Well, Chieftains hold them to a field goal.
Giving me shades of Jackson McWilliams watching somebody knock field goals in here.
Money McWilliams.
Field.
We miss him.
That one there from Ryan Jackson, again, the senior wide receiver, listed as his position, but also serves as the place kicker for the Broncos as they strike first 3-0. Are we a little bit surprised there?
Yeah, I was surprised. I really thought they only had maybe a yard to gain. I am a little surprised there.
Yeah, I think undoubtedly I thought with the way that Stump was carrying the ball on that drive alone, he had 2 carries. He had multiple carries, but 2 carries for over 20 yards, one for 23, the other for 26. It looked like on that 3rd down carry, it was a 3rd down and 2, looked like he had gotten to the line to gain. The ball came loose and recovered a yard behind the line to gain, so that brought up the 4th and 1. I would have thought 10 out of 10 times Coach Feedback is definitely going to stick to his guns and going to go for it there.
Yeah, I'm surprised there. I think Tongi defense has got to be pleased with that. Coach Bond will take a field goal there.
And Jackson off making the field goal. He's going to tee it up and kick it away with the Broncos up by 3.
That young man's got a leg because on these kickoffs he's been kicking it into the end zone. So
and shades of Money McWilliams for a year ago from us. It just brings such a high advantage to your team when you're able to have a place kicker that can do the kind of things that Jackson does for the Broncos, as this one is going to be returned. Go to the near side, taken out of bounds and brought down shortly after Alex Stevens, a senior running back, defensive back. Brings it in for the Chieftains as we'll see their offense back out there once again. And just trying to find a rhythm right now. Haven't been able to do it. All their drives ending in punts. And this is drive number 5 on the evening.
Yeah, so far tonight, Talon Langford's had more punts than passes.
Chieftains will huddle it up again. 2 of 4 through the air for 22 yards. Got an 11-yard pass, one to Todd Brown, the other to Owen Schmidt. Outside of that, it's been the running game. 4 carries so far for Tanner Hand. Here's number 5. Trying to avoid the rush, waiting for something to open up, and nothing does. And again, another 1-yard loss. As we talk about a lot, dominating at the line of scrimmage, controlling the line of scrimmage, it's going to go a long ways to determine who wins and who loses. And right now, it is the Spring Hill Broncos that are dominating, no doubt.
Yep, no question.
I'll say not quite a loss of a yard, just no gain for Tanner Hand. 2nd and 10 upcoming. Bronco front 6 making their presence known. Langford to throw. This one a little wobbly coming out of the hand. Didn't quite have a tight spiral on that one. Looking in the direction of Todd Brown beyond the sticks, but it goes incomplete.
Yeah, he was open too.
And again, on that one, it was just coming out of his hand. It looked like it might have slipped at the last second. We've seen a couple of passes been deflected at the line of scrimmage, but that time I think it just kind of wobbled out of his hand.
I don't think he had the grip quite right. Maybe he wasn't on the laces, but yeah, it was not a good spiral coming out.
Another 3rd down for the Chieftains, 0 for 3. So far tonight, Langford's going to look for the big pass, looking for Owen Schmidt, and he breaks it in. Inside Bronco territory, shoved out of bounds right around the 45-yard line.
That'll help your confidence right there.
No doubt about it.
That was a well-thrown ball right there.
Longest pass of the season so far, 35 yards through the air. Langford to Schmidt as they flip the field now into Bronco territory.
I mean, he dropped a dime right there, partner. Came right over the shoulder. Couldn't have been thrown any better.
And that is what has had Coach Preston Troyer so excited about the arm talent of Talon Langford. Good job by Owen Schmidt as well. One-on-one coverage. Now we have Todd Brown in motion. They fake it to him. Desired keep. Here's Talon Langford with the legs. Close to a first down.
I like the misdirection there. They sold that fake really well. You saw the defense going with the fake.
And we talk a lot about the Broncos that they usually like to use a lot of pre-snap motion on offense. That one well sold by Tonganoxie.
Great fake by the quarterback there.
Carry of 8, 2nd and 2 from the Spring Hill 37-yard line.
Finally a little life from the Tongi offense.
Keeping it on the ground. Look at this. Another good carry for Talon.
Yeah.
And a flag will come in late. So everyone hold on.
Yeah, that could be a late hit. I don't know.
See, it's, again, not in the traditional area of a holding.
It looks like it's going to be. Well, that's good. They got together and picked it up. I like that.
Now we're starting to see Talon Langford get into a groove. 12-yard carry with his legs that time. Fresh set of downs picked up. Chieftains now getting into the red area. Looking for their first points of the game. Down by 3 early to Spring Hill. Under 5 to go until halftime. And off to the right side, keeping it on the ground. Tanner Hand, nice carry for him. He's been bottled up in the backfield on his last handful of carries. Able to find a hole and gets it for 4 yards.
Like we talked about, partner, you could see that the box is loosened up a little bit because they're having to respect the pass. That's what we were talking about, one of the keys to the game. And they weren't creeping up in the box that time. Opened up some, give that offensive line for the Chieftains a chance to open up some running lanes.
Nothing will clear the box up more than a 35-yard pass through the air.
You got that right. That's what we're talking about, being one-dimensional. You can't do that. I like this. They got spread formation going.
Again, voids one tackler, not the other. Coming in there, Cohen Shuckman. Still Bronco able to bring him down.
Yeah, that play just took too long to develop. There was just not a hole there.
Now we got whistles on the field. Looks like an official's timeout, or
I think they're rolling again.
And Chieftains waiting for the play call from the sideline. We mentioned it last week and already a little bit in this game, and you could see instead of using the hand signals, watching it from the sideline, they give it to one player. He comes into the huddle, relays it to his teammates, and then they break and come set at the line of scrimmage. A little bit more efficient here in week 2. There was a lot of times last week where they were coming to the line with 10 or less seconds on the play clock. Now just hit at 10 seconds as you'll flip the blockers of Smith and Holthouse over to the left side from the right, and another design keeper for Langford. Just got under the tackler there, wrapping up a little bit too high. That's going to bring up at least a 4th down and about 2. So we'll see what the Chieftains are going to want to do here.
Well, that's definitely 4-down territory.
Well, we had thought that with the Broncos on their last 4th down.
Well, this is a long 2, though, and we'll see what happens.
Again, don't have the luxury of putting Jax McWilliams out. I think even if you did, I think they still might go for it here. They do have Cody Lobb, the two-way player.
There's only 2.5 minutes to go in the half, so I think you want to try and pick this up if you can.
And the Broncos won the toss and deferred, so they will get the ball to start the second half, maybe playing into this decision. 4th down and 2. Tanner Hand makes a cut, and I think he got it and then some. Oh, he's still going. Look at Tanner Hand finally driven backwards. Forward progress. Let's see where they get him at. Maybe right at the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
Somehow able to manage 7 yards on that carry. Goal to go now for the Chieftains as we're going to be dipping under 2 minutes to go before halftime.
Hand again to the left side.
And again with
touchdown.
Face into the end zone. Touchdown. His third of the season for Tanner Hand. From 10 yards out, flag comes in late.
That's on them. That's on Spring Hill.
So nobody on the Tonganoxie sideline acting like it's going to be on them. Official asking to stop the music. Let's see. So face mask called on the Broncos. They'll be enforced on the kickoff. Touchdown stand from 10 yards out for Tanner Hand. His first of the game, his third of the season. And the Chieftains an extra point away from going up 7-3. And Lob will make his way out. Geiger on the hold. Good snap and line drive right into the lineman. And the extra point is going to be no good.
That can hurt later on. Yeah, we got spoiled last year.
Nonetheless, big touchdown
Yeah.
for the Chieftains, capping off a huge drive, their first score of the game, as they take their first lead 6-3. We'll be back in 30 seconds right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Family-owned Wizard of Paws in downtown Tonganoxie offers personalized pet grooming, doggy daycare, dog obedience, and socialization classes. At Wizard of Paws, your pet will get one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they will return to you quickly and looking fabulous. Their facility offers amenities and space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make an appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawspet.com.
Chieftains finally get the ball down the field, allowing the 10-yard touchdown run from Tanner Hand. And capping off a 10-play drive.
Chieftains needed that badly.
And it ends with 6 points. Lob again. Still going with the pooch kick, taken in at the 20. Chieftains trying to get down on defense. A good return past the 30, close to the 35-yard line. And that is where the Spring Hill offense will take over. And we'll see this Bronco offense coming out again. Last time electing to go for the field goal in the red zone. It was a 4th down and 1 play. And get the field goal from Ryan Jackson. Now seeing the Chieftains score a touchdown on that last drive. Broncos a chance to double dip here. Again, they'll get the kickoff to start the second half. So we'll see what they do here. 1:47 and counting to work with. Good stiff arm. Catching out of the backfield. Patrick Stump going near the line to gain. I think it'll be about a yard or two short. A good play to start this drive.
Stop the clock, though. 1:42 to play. Here's the Chieftains now. You want that clock to run out.
Now Miller 2 of 4 on his last 4 dropbacks. He's going to do it again here. Deep drop back. Throws it down the field. Has Stump again, and he lost it in the air. And a little bit too long, incomplete. And again, getting a step on Owen Schmidt. You can kind of see him talking to the rest of the secondary there. A little bit of miscommunication is what I would guess.
I think he's expecting some help over the top, and he's letting them know about it. Because you don't normally see his man get that wide open. I think that's a coverage issue. Hopefully they get that cleaned up, because that could have been a touchdown very easily.
3rd down and 1. Clock stopped 1:34. Both teams still with all 3 timeouts. They give it to Torres. Play will stop. Chieftains indicating a false start. And with the play being blown dead, that's a good indication. Third penalty game on the Broncos. And again, I feel like this is like every penalty we've had in this game. It's taken a third and short,
Yeah,
or a second and short to now second or third and long.
Penalties are killers, man.
Third and
Talked
one.
about it so many times.
Third and one now becomes 3rd and 6. Miller, draw.
Nothing
Hoshkavar.
there.
Maybe a yard, and that is it.
I think he actually lost yardage on that.
Yeah,
He did.
maybe. Yeah, -1 on the carry from Hank Hochevar, and the Chieftains burned their first timeout, so that will stop the clock. 1:25. I think for Spring Hill, that was about the last thing you wanted to do on that possession is go 3 and out and take very little time off the clock. Now the Chieftains have a chance here, already up 6-3, getting the touchdown on the last drive, a chance to go back-to-back.
Yeah, the only run they had on that drive, Stump ran out of bounds to stop the clock. The others were passes, and now the Chieftains got about 1 minute and 25 seconds and a couple of timeouts to go to see if they can get it back in scoring position. I think it's a good timeout right there. I'm sure Coach is going to be talking about setting up a couple of plays.
And Chieftain football tonight brought to you by Crookham Construction, performing a wide variety of concrete construction and special project services throughout the area. They're hardworking people with small town family values. Find more information at crookhamconstruction.com. As the Chieftains are set to get the football back here, 1:25 seconds, 2 timeouts to work with. And the Broncos definitely going to be punting this one away. Todd Brown will be back to receive. And what a turn this game could take here in the final moments of this second quarter before we hit the locker room for halftime. All back for the punt. Chieftains not bringing a whole lot of pressure. It's up in the air. It's high, and Brown will let it go. It takes a bounce just inside the 30 and will roll close to the about 26, 27-yard line of Tonganoxie. So now 1:14 as that offense comes back out. And it was a 10-play drive for the Chieftains on their last possession that ended in a 10-yard touchdown run for Tanner Hand. It's also worth noting right before that he converted on a 4th down and 2.
Right.
Where he was able to muscle and get the extra yardage, got him up to the 10, and then able to punch it in on the next play.
Got a full backfield here.
Hand on the carry. Short gain on the play. Bring up 2nd down.
Short gain again for Hand, maybe just getting to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more.
I'd like to see him take a shot downfield here. Got under a minute to play.
Langford roll out, feeling pressure. He's just going to throw it down the field. Nobody in the area. It drops down incomplete. Nearest Chieftain to it, Todd Brown. He also had Kendall Smith over the middle part of the field. Now the Chieftains with 42.1 seconds. No yards on the carry on 1st down and incompletion on 2nd. Still 3rd down and 10.
Well, they took the shot, but it was unsuccessful.
We'll see on the ground again, churning his way, able to get close to the 35. Not going to be enough. And now will the Broncos burn a timeout here? Now they do. A lot of precious seconds coming off the clock there. I'm surprised they didn't get that timeout call in a little bit earlier.
Spring Hill. First to the half.
Now Spring Hill will take their first timeout. Still in a 6-3 ball game right now. Indications would be the Chieftains are going to punt this one back. 29.8 seconds in this game. Also a good time to remind everybody, Chieftain Athletics. Again, we have so many great, tremendous sponsors, but Chieftain Football tonight brought to you by Grounded Coffee House. Established in 2022, Grounded Coffee House serves great coffee with an even greater cause. To learn how you can help make a difference and to support, follow them on Facebook and check out their website, groundedcoffeehouse.tonganoxie.org. You ever made a stop into Grounded Coffee House here in town, partner?
No, but I plan to. I am a fan of coffee.
It is one of the best places, and they got great pastries and muffins, a whole bunch of good goodies there. Part of the Tonganoxie Methodist Church. Chieftains able to get this one away off the boot of Langford. Clock will continue to roll. Broncos will let it roll. Chieftains will pick it up. Another solid punt from Talon Langford. Down to the 24 with 17.7 seconds left. You're getting the ball to start the second half. I think you might just come out here, take the knee, let's get to the locker room. Maybe, we'll see.
Well, I would think so because you don't want to throw an interception or take a chance of turning the ball over here. If there was more time on the clock, maybe, but if you don't take a knee, it's probably just going to be a run into the middle. Two wideouts and a slot back. We'll see what happens here.
And aggressiveness potentially late here for feedback. Play action. And Miller with pressure. He's going to throw it. Has a man off the fingertips. Did he intercept that?
I think they're going to say it hit the. They're going to say.
That's. I think they're saying interception.
Oh. Awesome.
What a play! That's going to stand for the Chieftains.
Who got that? Who got that interception?
I'm going back to watch and see who was able to scoop that one up. I thought initially they were going to say it hit the turf.
That's what I thought.
Broncos pleading, thinking that should have been an incomplete pass. Instead, now the Chieftains will come back out. That's Owen Schmidt that brought it in, his second interception. And now the Chieftains play action. Langford with 5, coming to the sideline. He's going to run and get out of bounds. 3.3 seconds on the clock. Good carry.
Time for one more play.
Just unreal interception from Owen Schmidt, excuse me. Talon got one earlier. Second interception of the game for Jordan Miller, 4th of the season.
Yeah, Owen got one last week, too.
Yeah, second interception of the season for Owen. You are right. And I got to tell you, it looked like that one was just off the top of the turf. But, of course, no cameras, no instant replay here. And from all indication, not a lot of pushback from that Spring Hill sideline either, so maybe they just knew that one was picked off. A great play nonetheless, as coming up here in just about 3.5 seconds on Tonganoxie Sports Live, we're going to be going into the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show. We're going to recap this first half for everybody. We'll have a couple of first half stats for key players for the Chieftains and the Broncos, keys to the second half, all that and more coming up in just a matter of seconds here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Low scoring affair, 6-3. And what the Chieftains can do here with what will be the final play of the first half. Try to draw something up here, take a shot to the end zone. This is the kind of situation when you're playing Madden, you just go on 4 verticals and try to heave it down to the end zone and make something happen. Langford is going to heave it. He's got Schmidt down there. Got by his man. Breaks it in. 36-yard touchdown.
Holy cow, what a play.
Unreal.
Another nice throw by Talon Langford. And how about Owen Schmidt? Young man's got hands on him.
Wow. Just unbelievable, the sequence to end this second half. Chieftains going to be going for 2 after the missed PA attempt.
Oh, yeah.
After the first touchdown. Yeah, whistles and a timeout called by Spring Hill. What a lot to unpack there. And it's all thanks to number 14 in red out there. Got the interception off the fingertips of Jackson Torres. Couple of plays later, Talon Langford, plenty of time. And, of course, the Broncos, I think you have to know.
They were in prevent.
Got to get back. Got to try to avoid the shot down the field. Instead, Owen Schmidt makes a man, gets by his defender, and hauls it in for a 36-yard touchdown.
And another
unbelievable
dime drop by Talon Langford.
Was a great throw indeed. Now this Chieftain offense have found a way. They've gotten in a rhythm. Now, as we'll wait to see, they're lined up to go for it. The two-point conversion indications would still show they're going to do that. It was the Broncos that took a timeout. That was their second. This is going to be it. We're going to run this two-point conversion, and we're going to go into the locker room for halftime. Chieftains taking plenty of time here. What are you drawing up here? You're going to try to let Langford run it in, Hand run it in, play action?
I'm going to fake it to Hand, and I'm going to have Talon Langford take it in over on the right side.
We'll see.
Because they're going to be keying on Hand. Let's see what happens here.
See him. He's going to be in the backfield with Langford up.
See if Talon pulls it out of his belly. And hell, they might try and throw it to Owen Schmidt again. Who knows?
Brown in motion, now picks it up.
Yeah, they are going to throw it
through the air. Langford, a bullet over the middle and brought in.
Who got that?
I believe that's Elijah Holthouse.
Yes.
It is.
Awesome.
Two-point try.
Well, you got to be shocked if you're the Broncos.
Yeah, I don't think in their wildest dreams they could have imagined that this second half was going to end the way it did.
No question about it.
Unbelievable there as teams will head into the locker room. Chieftains out in front, 14-3 over the Broncos. We'll be back with more coming up here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Wow.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information and become a member today by visiting their website, tonganoxiebusinessassociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Family-owned Wizard of Paws in downtown Tonganoxie offers personalized pet grooming, doggy daycare, dog obedience, and socialization classes. At Wizard of Paws, your pet will get one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they will return to you quickly and looking fabulous. Their facility offers amenities and space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make an appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawspet.com.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with the Jay Hatfield Auto Group. We've been serving the Four States area for over 29 years, and we now have 6 locations which offer Chevrolet, GMC, Ford, and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Each of our locations is operated by a Jay Hatfield family member or managing partner. At Jay Hatfield, we're here to earn your business and trust. We have approximately 300 pre-owned and 300 new vehicles in stock or on their way, and we're making deals. Come see us at Jay Hatfield location today and let us make you part of the Jay Hatfield family.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Welcome back in here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, and my oh my, did we have a lot to unpack in those final few moments. But first, you are watching the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show. White Birch Properties is ready to help you buy or sell that next house and lead you to success in the real estate game. Visit them at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007. Chieftain Stars dance team out. First routine here of 2024. A good crowd on hand here tonight in Tonganoxie on both the home and the visiting side. It's a 14-3 ball game right now, and if you guys were tuned in for the first half and the first few drives, you might be asking, how is this possible? First handful of drives, we started out with the Chieftains getting the ball. They punt. Spring Hill gets the ball in their first offensive possession. They take a shot early for Jordan Miller. It's intercepted by Talon Langford. Both teams would then exchange punts. Chieftains punt, Spring Hill punt, Tongi punts. Spring Hill on a 4th and 1 near midfield. They go for it. They get turned over on downs. And the Chieftains not too long after forced to punt again. And then we would see the Broncos. They would have their best offensive drive of the night so far. And it was a drive that saw Patrick Stump really getting the run game going. He had multiple carries of over 20-plus yards, one for 23, the other for 26, one for 7. He ran on 3rd and 2. It looked like he picked up the first down, fumbled the football. It was recovered back about a yard and a half shy of the first down markers. That brought up 4th and 1. They sent out Ryan Jackson, kicked the field goal, and it's good. Chieftains then would have a 10-play drive to answer that ended in a 10-yard touchdown run by Tanner Hand. They would miss the extra point. That brought it to a 6-3 ball game. Spring Hill got the ball back. They would punt. Tongi would punt again. Spring Hill, it was under 2 minutes to go in that first half with the Broncos receiving the ball to start the second half. That's going to be coming up after the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show. Quickly had some negative plays, had a penalty, and clock, not a lot of time ran off, maybe 15, 20 seconds, so they had to punt. And that gave the Chieftains another chance. And from inside Bronco territory, right around midfield, Talon Langford, 3 seconds, 2 seconds on the clock. He heaves it down the field, and he finds Owen Schmidt. It was a 36-yard touchdown pass, so a little bit closer. It was a good run by Talon Langford that got him in Bronco territory and able to get it closer for a Hail Mary attempt. And that's exactly what the Chieftains did. They pulled it off. They went for 2 and converted on a bullet of a pass that was right over the middle from Langford to Elijah Holthaus, as Holthaus brought in his first reception of the year, and it was good for the 2-point try to put the Chieftains on top 14-3 in this one, as we're about close to 11 to 12 minutes before the second half will get started here, but whole lot to unpack. If you're just now joining us, we look like we have another great one unfolding in front of us. It's been that Chieftain defense playing up to speed right now. They haven't allowed the Broncos to score a touchdown yet. They've kept them in check for the majority of the game. The Bronco defense as well has had their way with the Chieftain offense until later in that second quarter, as Coach Preston Troyer seems to have something figured out on the offensive side of the football. So that brings us to a score 14-3. High school marching band now out for a halftime performance. We're going to step aside, take another break. You're watching the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show here on your home of the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Make the landscape of your dreams a reality with a stop at Oak Creek Nursery and Landscape. Just 15 minutes outside of Tonganoxie, come explore their full nursery of plants, trees, shrubs, annuals, and perennials. Learn from their certified specialists about proper seeding, watering, planting, lawn treatment, and so much more. Visit their website to enroll in classes, preview upcoming events, and request an estimate for your next project. Or give them a call at 913-351-5296. Oak Creek Nursery and Landscape, your one-stop shop for outdoor living.
Ridge Med Spa in Tonganoxie is more than a destination. It's an experience designed to redefine radiance and inspire success. Dr. Mark Peterson and Laura Snow facilitate and encourage both providers and clients to live life to the fullest by investing in themselves. Their new space offers services for medical weight loss, IV nutrition, laser hair removal, laser skin rejuvenation, hydrofacials, and Botox. Visit ridgemedspa.com to book your appointment today in Tonganoxie. Illuminate your beauty.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com. Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd. Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active. For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and your insurance to ensure a smooth transition, especially from a knee or hip replacement. Choose from one of their highly qualified physical therapists for an individualized plan of care to achieve long-term health benefits. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Go to ptsolutionsks.com for more information.
Welcome back here. Having some good laughs up here in the press box. 14-3 halftime score. Chieftains on top of the Broncos. We continue in our coverage of the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. Both of the teams coming out of the field house, so come out and warm up. 2.5 minutes on the clock right now, and they usually add on an extra about 2 or 3 minutes to allow them to warm up. So about five or so-ish minutes away from the start of the second half. Some first half stats here. We start with the Chieftains and Talon Langford, 5 of 9 through the air passing, or 91 yards, and did have the touchdown pass, 36 yards through the air to Owen Schmidt. On the ground, rushing, Tanner Hand, 10 carries, 34 yards. Did have that one touchdown, that 10-yard carry. So far as a running game goes, Spring Hill had them bottled up for the majority of that first half.
Yeah, that's what we talked about, the keys to the game, partner. And we saw when they were able to run the ball there later in the second quarter, they had completed a few passes, which took some of the guys out of the box, and the Chieftains able to get some running lanes for the backs. That was a wild and active last 3 minutes of the half, partner.
You're saying.
Wow.
I know. That's just while you stepped aside. That's why I was breaking down in our first segment here. The halftime show was just how, if you're sitting here right now and you see the score at 14-13, if you were watching, especially in that first quarter, I mean, it was a punt fest. There was an interception here or there, but
lots of penalties.
Yeah, penalties as well. Chieftains right now 30 total penalty yards on 5 total penalties. The Broncos right now with 20 penalty yards on 3 total penalties. It definitely got better later on in that second half. But this Chieftain offense, I mean, they are in a groove right now. We talked about Talon Langford, how he can get it going with his legs. 7 carries, 31 yards. And that was the big carry towards the end before the Hail Mary heave with zeros on the clock in the second quarter, as he scrambled and got him just close enough to able to make that throw happen for Owen Schmidt and allow him to make a play on that football. Todd Brown, 1 reception, 11 yards. Owen Schmidt having a game right now. 3 receptions, 82 yards, and that touchdown. 2 receptions, that 36-yarder, and he had a 35-yard reception earlier. His first of the game went for 11 yards, and Elijah Holthouse, 1 reception for 2 yards on the 2-point try. As for the Broncos, we talked about the junior Jordan Miller, and really the big question on him was he has the tools in the tool belt. Can he come out here and perform on the varsity level? He's thrown 2 interceptions, 3 of 8, 30 yards with those 2 interceptions, 4 total on the season. We mentioned the one last week. There was one that was just a really bad drop by a receiver. It was just bad luck. But the 2 interceptions tonight, they have been interceptions. And that second one, again, Owen Schmidt, I mean, just what a first half he had off the fingertips of Jackson Torres. And again, I asked, do the Broncos, knowing you get the ball in the second half, there was like 17.7 seconds, do you take the knee? Do you just kill out the clock? They were aggressive.
That's just what I was going to say.
And look what ended up happening.
I know. You get greedy and it comes back and bites you.
Now, of course, it's always hindsight's 20/20.
Oh, sure.
You never think it's going to, doomsday scenario isn't going to happen like that every time, but a tough break for the Broncos nonetheless. They're going to have a chance to make it a one-point game, one-possession game again. As they're getting ready to receive the opening kickoff coming up here in just a few moments.
Let's not forget about how big that 2-point conversion was either, because, as you know, the Chieftains missed the extra point on their first touchdown. And so they were able to come back and put up 2. So that could play into a big factor here later in the game.
Patrick Stumpf, lead running back man for the Broncos, 9 carries, 60 yards. And that last carry he had, that was, again, you go back to that field goal try where the Broncos ended up having it. Looked like he picked up the first down, fumbled it, sent him back a yard, and they play it. They wanted the points. At that time, it was a 0-0 ball game. They got on the board early there. But some big carries on that last drive, 23 and 26 yards for Patrick Stumpf. He's really kind of starting to find his stride. We'll see if they can get him going again in the second half. Jackson Torres, haven't called his name out too much tonight. 4 carries for 17 yards, and he does have a couple of receptions as well, too, for 19 yards. So we'll see, because right now it is still a pretty good defensive bout. I think it's pretty safe to say in a 14-3 ball game. And real quick, while we have some time, let's give some keys to the second half. Again, brought to you by First Security Bank, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics. Coming up on a minute to go until we get this one teed up and ready to go. Anything for the Chieftains again, sluggish, slow in the first half on offense to start. Defense has been lights out so far tonight. I think they have performed very, very well. What are a couple keys to the second half you might have?
Well, I think they need to cut down on the penalties for number one. But, I think like we talked about in the keys to the game, if they can keep the passing game going, that's going to open up the running lanes and will help with some ball security and being able to run some time off the clock. So hopefully they can do that this second half. And you gotta be aware of the big play. And we saw a couple of times where Owen Smith was expecting help over the top on one of the outside receivers, and he was wide open, but the quarterback just overthrew it. So they're going to have, I'm sure they're going to throw that. They're going to run that play several times this half, so they're going to have to get that coverage cleaned up.
Yeah, definitely playing with fire a little bit. There were a couple of blown coverages, thankfully for the Chieftains. They did not come back to haunt them, but you don't want to give Jordan Miller any more open looks like that and try to make him capitalize on him. Cody Lobb up on the tee. Broncos back to receive. So he pooches it up in the air. We're underway here in the second half. It's going to be taken at the 20-yard line, cutting out, down back to the middle, and brought down kind of awkwardly. I believe that's Kirshner. Gets up. Thankfully, everything okay for Corey Kirshner as they'll take it. 1st and 10 coming up at the 31-yard line of Spring Hill. The last 3 possessions in that first half for the Broncos: field goal, punt, and interception. And, of course, that costly interception a couple plays later leading to the miraculous 36-yard touchdown Hail Mary heave before halftime for the Chieftains to put them in front 14-3. Let's see how this offense looks to respond. They're going to go right back down to the ground. Strong run from Patrick Stump. A couple of players able to bring him down. Brady Martin, one of them. And this is maybe something we can see the Broncos start to get back to in the second half of running the football.
Oh, that first drive, they ran the ball really strongly, so we'll see what happens here.
Good run of 7 there for Stump. Now 67 yards on the night. He's going to collect a little bit more here. Gets a couple of yards past the line to gain, and already a first down picked up on this drive for Spring Hill. Broncos taking the time, getting the play call in. Head coach Jason Feedback, 10th season with the Broncos, 43-42 overall. He's been with this Broncos organization for quite a long time, as Stump is met by Kendall Smith, among others, as he's still able to power his legs forward and still pick up a couple of yards.
Yeah, like we talked about earlier, he's a big back. He's a load.
He's definitely, when you get the looks of him, he's got the look of a good, well, corn-fed country boy. that's just what, and he runs like it too. He's so powerful and strong.
Yeah, he is.
That was what made it so dynamic last year, as they're going to give it to him again up the middle. Look at him turning the legs. Patrick Stump into Chieftain territory past the 45-yard line.
That's some. I'd like to know what he squats, because his legs are really, really strong.
Running through a crowd of bodies and was able to get about 11. So imagine last year when you're able to have him and Colton McKenna, that dynamic 1-2 punch out of the backfield. Made it big. Is there a penalty flag on the field?
Yep.
That was Hank Kochevar on the carry. Let's see what this penalty flag is. That was a solid carry by Kochevar, but
looks
could be
like
coming back.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big penalty, too.
Second holding call on the night by Spring Hill. And really, both teams have been guilty of this many a times this evening, is when you're starting to get some momentum going, you have a big penalty like that.
Drive killers.
Absolute drive killers. Broncos trying to avoid that here. Anyway, now 1st and 20. Backed them up the full 10 yards. Play action, Miller Throws. Man got it open again. Deflected. Can't bring it down as he's coming down to the turf.
And that's what we would talked about. They were going to run that again because it was wide open several times. But that time, Owen Smith having good coverage with it.
He has multiple times and that's been the main matchup, Owen Schmidt versus Corey Kirshner, that Kirshner has had about a step or a half a step. Again, credit to Schmidt for being able to recover.
He played that well.
Broncos getting just closer and closer from potentially hitting on that play. Now 2nd and 20 off the long incompletion. Torres in motion, give it to him on the jet sweep. Weaving his way through, tripped up and brought down, not able to get away from Todd Brown.
Todd Brown on the tackle for the Chieftains. Short gain on the play will bring up 3rd down and long.
That one will take
3rd
them
and
back
20.
over in Tongi territory from their own 47 to the Tongi 49.
16. Chieftains need to make a hold here. Get their defense off the field.
Quick pass and deflected as that Chieftain defense was rushing forward. Tanner Hand and company able to get a paw on it and knock it down. 4th and 16. On comes the punt unit for Spring Hill.
Yeah, if you're Tonganoxie there, and Coach Bond, you got to be pleased with that series on defense.
Good job there on the jailbreak rush by the Chieftains and awareness to get the hands up.
Yeah, when you have a jailbreak like that, you know it's a screen pass.
Close pressure on the punt. Brown saying get away. And it will be scooped up by Kyle Stewart. And that's where the Chieftains will take over 1st and 10. First time we'll see this offense back on the field in this second half with a 14-3 lead. 9 minutes, 13 seconds still to go in this 3rd quarter. And how fun it has been to be back here at Beatty Field tonight. There's just nothing like Friday nights in Tonganoxie, Kansas. Everyone coming out to support. The thing I probably miss the most is the tailgate food.
Oh, yeah.
The pulled pork that I've just been smelling in this press box for the past few hours. First play, go right to Owen Schmidt, and it is snuffed out and driven backwards again by Mikey Beck, who's made a handful of plays. The young freshman in the secondary for Spring Hill really caught the attention of Coach Feedback and his coaching staff through training camp and stuff this summer. Not too often that you see a freshman starting in the secondary at the varsity level.
No, you do not.
He's off to a very good start so far. Just first about game and a half last week on the road at Bonner. Broncos getting the win in that one, 43-0 on the ropes in this one. 2nd and 7. Langford pressure, just going to get rid of it.
Yeah, good decision there by Talon.
And say Schmidt was the one closest to it, and it falls incomplete. 3rd down and 7. Maybe 2 years ago we see Talon maybe try to make something happen there. Maybe it happens. Most of the time, maybe they say, that would possibly be a turnover or something. That's the growth and maturity that we're now seeing out of him as a senior.
Really good decision there by Talon. You have to fight another down.
3rd down in 7. Chieftains have not been great on 3rd downs so far tonight. 1 for 5. Again, pressure looking. Just has to get rid of it again.
It's outside the box, and it got past the line of scrimmage, so.
It was right on top of him was Cade Myers. Just gave him no option, and back-to-back pressures from the Broncos will force the Chieftains to go 3 and out.
Yeah, the Chieftains weren't able to run much time off the clock either.
Maybe a minute, if that.
Chieftains in front formation. Benny Reagan deep to receive for the Broncos.
Now 1 for 6 on the night. 3rd down conversions for the Chieftains. Langford gets the punt away. It's going to roll, and it's going to be scooped up and return. Makes a couple of men miss and a good cut. Takes it close to midfield again on the return. Benny Reagan. That's something I think, again, small sample size, so you don't want to hit the panic alarm yet, but definitely third downs for this Chieftain offense haven't been great so far. They went 2 of 10 last week, 1 for 6 so far here tonight.
Yeah, you got to win third down if you want to win consistently. Win games, that is.
Really, neither team last week between Tongi and Lewisburg did well on third down. I think believe the Wildcats might have just went 3 of 11.
Yeah.
Third downs, 2, which gets still early in the season. Teams trying to get in season shape and in game shape, trying to get in rhythm. As long as the Chieftains able to get it done on first and second down, it's been smooth sailing for them. Wrapped up again by Kendall Smith on the handoff to Stump as he takes it back into Chieftain territory at the 49. Heavy dose of running the ball here so far for Spring Hill in the second half. 2nd and 7 upcoming. Stump still in the backfield to the right of Miller. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 at the top. Torres in motion, fake to give. And lost the ball for a second. That allows the Chieftains to get back. Almost lost it again after being brought down by Robbins. And a couple of mishaps there, thankfully, for Jordan Miller. Able to hold on to the ball. A big loss nonetheless.
Yeah, he just lost the grip of the ball, it looked like. It's not like it's wet or anything out there.
Got a loss of 7 on the play. 3rd down and 14. Miller will throw. Has a man again. Overthrown. That time it was Talon Langford getting beat. Right here on the near sideline, Ryan Jackson was so close. If Miller's able to put it on the spot, it's 6 points.
Chieftains are going to have to be careful because that's been open on multiple occasions tonight. They just haven't been able to connect.
That looked almost identical if you remember the play a year ago, playing Lewisburg when Declan Battle hit Cade Kaplinger up that near sideline. It's almost exactly what it looked like right there, just a little bit too overthrown by Jordan Miller. 2 drives, 2 punts for the Broncos here in the second half. Ready to boot it away again. Up in the air, angling out near the middle. Todd Brown under it, calling for a fair catch, and he muffed it, and that could be a gift for the Broncos. Did the Chieftains get on top of it? They did not.
Nope.
And the Broncos will take over. Cohen Shuckman getting down the field, a muff punt by Todd Brown. And just like that, the Broncos will be set up 1st and 10 deep in Tonganoxie territory.
Yeah, that's a killer right there.
My goodness.
Yeah, it hurt a lot.
Right at the 25-yard line, right in the edge of the red area. Broncos offense right back out there. Punted on their first 2 drives. They take the deep shot again. This time well defended. Nice. Incomplete. That's Jacob Marins on the coverage on the far side that time as they looked in the direction of Corey Kirshner once again.
Yeah, they're seeing that route's been open all night.
Four straight incompletions to start the second half for Jordan Miller. Another one. Flag coming in late. Miller wrapped up and brought down. Short carry, and they're going to back him up again. Indication is going to be a flag on Spring Hill in the area of holding. Second holding penalty in the second half, 3rd overall in the game for the Broncos.
Yeah, that one's a killer, too.
.30 penalty yard for the Chieftains, 40 now for Spring Hill. chance here. Stump just backing his way through with a fight. And that's exactly what you needed there on 2nd and 19.
Big pickup there.
And now you're starting to kind of get into that part of the field now to where maybe you got 3rd and 9 coming up here. And getting close to the red zone, close to the 20. 4 down territory potentially looming here for Spring Hill, down 14-3.
Yeah,
I think with the run there on 3rd and long, I think that might give us the answer.
Yep.
Unless if they want to send Jackson out, if they want to try to make the field goal, and if they were to do that, it would make it a 1-possession game. But, yeah, no indications that offense is staying out there.
Chieftains got a big 4th down here. If they can hold and take over on downs, that would be huge. Let's hold them.
Miller on 4th and 5. They take the shot again, running under it. It's a touchdown catch for the time being, but a penalty flag came in right before the ball got there.
It's probably going to be pass interference on the Chieftains. That play finally cashes in for the Broncos.
On 4th and 5 nonetheless. Still need to see what the penalty flag is. We got a Bronco down.
Pass interference.
Down with cramping. And it is pass interference on Tonganoxie. What a play on 4th and 5 from 20 yards out, a touchdown pass. Still waiting to see who it was to. As the Bronco caught in, that pass is still down. So you see we got another monitor up trying to get a good look at it. They had Torres on that side. So they're going to tend to him. Cramps continuing. The common thing we've seen throughout in the early parts of this season so far, cramping players on multiple teams. Bronco is up. I don't know if we're able, if we can get a zoom in on, we can get a number on that young man. That's Jackson Torres. And just when they needed him the most, arguably one of the best playmakers of the team. It's number 9, Jackson Torres, as he brings it in. You kept wondering, when was that play going to finally deliver?
It's been open.
Let's get the score updated here. Now 14-9. Broncos get out there going for 2 points, trying to bring it to a field goal. Stump in the backfield. They go to him, up the middle. Chieftains crash, driving backwards, and I don't think he got in.
I don't even think he did either.
No, he did not. Indication is he did not break the plane. So it will just stay.
Chieftains going to need to keep some possession time here and move the ball.
And now the score up there, 14-9. Apologize about that, folks. 5 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the second half. Back to a one-possession score, and I'll tell you what, for Tongi, I think right before the second half started or whatever, it was talking about playing with fire a little bit. They finally get burned.
Yeah, we said that route has been open on multiple occasions tonight. They've misfired on all but one. Well, it was defended well twice and then misfired on 3 other occasions. And then the last one goes in for a touchdown. We haven't seen the last of that play tonight, I'm telling you.
No, I don't think we have. That's a really safe assumption to make. Now to a 14-9 ball game. You know what? We were talking about it on the drive-in with it being Friday the 13th. We asked, are we going to see kind of any strange things happen in this game or whatever? I think this is a Friday the 13th game if I've ever seen one.
No
it's just kind of the weird, quirky plays and the big scores that we've seen and the particular down and distances. It's been unreal. Line drive kick. We'll let it go. The back of the end zone. Jason Byrne out there. And the Chieftains will take over. First and 10 coming up at the 25. Just under 5.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Quality hardwood floors, Kansas City, Kansas Community College, First Security Bank, Schubert Advanced Practice Urgent Care, Kimball Hardware, Prairie Breeze Express Laundry, S&S Auto Body, the Downtown Drugstore.
Now we'll see the Chieftains how they respond. It was the punt on the first possession. They were getting ready to get the ball again, and we got to remember that touchdown set up off the muff punt from Todd Brown as well.
That's what turnovers can do for you.
So we got an officials timeout here.
You know what was unfortunate about that was the Chieftain defense did such a good job of holding them, forcing them to punt, and then giving the ball back to them almost in the red zone. That hurts a lot.
We talked about how much the turnovers hurt the Chieftains in the game nearly a year ago at Spring Hill, and things sit right now. Chieftains still with the lead. They got the ball back, looking to go down and score and bring it back to a two-possession cushion. But that play could loom large later in the Brothers Market postgame show. As they go on the ground to Tannerhan, and again, just going nowhere. A wall of Broncos, Clayton Valerie among others, in on the stop, slinging him backwards, maybe a loss of a yard or two. Definitely of at least 1 yard.
There's no question they're keying on hand, and I think that'll open up the misdirection if he pulls it out and goes around the other way. That worked in the last half. He pulled it out and had a good game.
We have seen plenty of good play action fakes in that backfield of Tonganoxie. Again, up the middle with time.
Oh, that's a pass interference right there.
Flag comes in. Mikey back in on the coverage, trying to plead his case, but the official is not going to have any of it right now.
No, that was clear pass interference, so that's going to.
Big penalty there. Again, just a 15-yard penalty. On a spot foul here. I think you could make a case that the feet get tangled up there, but so a big break there for the Chieftains. Fresh set of downs, and they get 15 yards. First and 10 coming up at their own 35-yard line. Langford design quarterback run. Takes it, ball is loose. A couple of Chieftains were in the area.
I think the Chieftains got it back.
And they did not. The Broncos able to get on top of it.
Turnovers are killers.
Coming away with that football, Skylar Stewart, number 24, is the one that got on top of it. Two red jerseys in the area.
Two big mistakes by the Chieftains.
Cale Dye was number 57. He was close to it. Just couldn't quite get on top of it. And a costly turnover there for the Chieftains. And the Bronco offense will come out in Chieftain territory, a chance to take the lead with the touchdown.
Last Chieftains turnover resulted in a touchdown.
First turnover of the game for Tonganoxie. Outside of that muff punt earlier.
Owen Robbins with a tackle for loss there.
A 2-yard loss. Second and 12. A handoff to go back to Stump. Up the middle. Head of steam. Surfs on a Chieftain as he takes him close to the 15-yard line. And the Broncos are back in business. First and 10 snap. on the jet sweep to Torres. Had the touchdown reception on the last drive. Not a lot going on there. Good job setting the edge by the Chieftains on that far side of the field. No gain officially called for Torres. 2nd and 10.
There's that play again.
They're going to throw it again, and again it is overthrown. Looking for Corey Kirshner.
It's that simple go route on the outside.
I mean, so far, every time they've done it, there's been maybe one or two where it's been well defended by the Chieftains, and even one of those was Owen Schmidt having to make up some ground towards the end. Outside of that, I mean, it's been open.
Yes, it has.
Miller hit it when it counted the most on the 4th and 5 touchdown. Now 2nd and 9. He's going to throw it over the middle, and that one was intended for the tight end Peyton McAvoy, but it goes incomplete.
Brings up 4th down.
And it's interesting here for Miller. He's only one of his last 7.
We're going to have a field goal attempt.
On his last few passing attempts, his only completion, that 20-yard touchdown. On 4th and 9, they will send Ryan Jackson out again for the field goal try. This one from about 32.
Looks good.
No good.
No good.
It is no good.
It's been wide right.
They were looking over, trying to plead something with the official, but not listening to it.
All right, now the Chieftains have got to hold on to this ball. They dodged another bullet.
Man, this game just continues to Freaky Friday, indeed.
No question about that.
This third quarter has really drug along here. 3 minutes, 21 seconds still to play.
A lot of passes, turnovers.
That's a handoff with room.
Nice
Versus
delay
speed
there
by Tanner Hand. Gets in the hole. And a good carry on 1st down.
That's what the Chieftains need to do. They need to be able to pick up 1st downs on the ground. Keep that clock running. Make the Broncos burn their timeouts.
And trying to keep it on the ground, and
nothing there.
Push back. Second wave of Bronco defenders able to push him back. It's all Bo Gardner in there.
He gained about a half a yard. Big 3rd down here.
Well, closer. They might say he got maybe 2. Still a 3rd down play nonetheless.
Yep.
Very 3rd and very manageable. I'm going to call it 3rd and a really long 2. 2 in the backfield with Langford. They hand it off. This is Todd Brown in on the carry, hit behind the line of scrimmage and brought down. It's going to be a loss on 3rd and short. Talon Langford looked like he wanted to run another play, but it looks like the punting unit's going to come back on for the Chieftains. And another 3 and out. Now, one of the last few things you're wanting to do here for your offense that finally found its rhythm late in that second half, and now here, late in the second quarter, I should say, now here in the second half, it has not been really great. 2 punts. You also have that muff punt earlier and the fumble. We're getting closer to a minute to go here in the 3rd as it's brought in on the fair catch. It was on a line, pretty tough to field for Reagan, but he's able to bring in 1st and 10 coming up at their own 41-yard line for Spring Hill.
Going to have good field position.
And this presentation of Chieftain Athletics tonight has been brought to you by Kansas Insurance to see how they can help you protect what matters most. Give them a call at 913-369-6600. On the long list of our many tremendous sponsors we have here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
It's a great community.
Another run by Stumpf. Not even brought down. He was able to carry a Chieftain with him for about a good extra yard or two around the waist.
Yeah.
Strong,
he got out
hard
of bounds
running.
to stop the clock, too.
Yep. So he got close to about 6. Second down play again. They keep it on the ground. It's going to be a first down, and into Chieftain territory goes the Broncos. And you just feel like at this point in the game, it's just about, it's going to be which team is going to take advantage of the other team's miscues or mistakes. And right now, the Chieftains have served up plenty of them in the second half. We always saw the Broncos take advantage of that muff punt for a touchdown. And now with this Chieftain offense sputtering again, trying to get a drive going. A 1st and 10 carry again. Picks up another good chunk of about 4.
Stump's going to be needing an ice bath after this game. He's taking a lot of punishment out there. He's dealing out some punishment, too.
Stump,
he's a load.
Stump, I think that's what you hear when you bounce off of him off of first initial contact. There he goes again. Tripped up at the shoelaces, might be about a half-yard shy. Brady Martin was the one able to trip him up on the play.
See if they get off another play here before the half, or before the quarter. I think they're going to let it run out. Yeah, they're going to let it run out.
Yeah, it's what it's looking like.
4s are up.
Right now, the 4s are up here in Tonganoxie. You see it right there, everyone coming over to the sideline. At the end of 3, your score, Tonganoxie 14, Spring Hill 9. And we'll see which way this game could go. It can go one way or the other at this point. We got a good one brewing here. Back after this on your home of the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com.
Ridge Med Spa in Tonganoxie is more than a destination. It's an experience designed to redefine radiance and inspire success. Dr. Mark Peterson and Laura Snow facilitate and encourage both providers and clients to live life to the fullest by investing in themselves. Their new space offers services for medical
wasting very little time out of that commercial break, and they give it again to Patrick Stump. And what a game he is starting to put together here. Eventually brought down by Hunter Nyhart for the Chieftains, but another solid carry by the leading running back for the Broncos, Patrick Stump. And 13 yards that time on the ground, over the century mark on the evening. Trying to get his team into the end zone. Another big hole for Stump. And you can see it on that offensive line. They are opening up some holes for big number 27 to run through.
Yeah, the Bronco offensive line is dominating right now.
Just last few carries, 20 yards, 6, 6, 4, 13, 6 again.
Yep.
You can't do that without them big boys up front opening some holes for you. Why not? Do it again. Getting a little bit closer, just a couple of yards picked up that time. So it looked like that time they went to hand it off to Kochevar. CJ was able to pick up a couple, about 3rd down and 2 coming up here for the Broncos. Undoubtedly, I would imagine I shouldn't say this for a team that's attempted 2 field goals, but I would just have to imagine when you're on the doorstep of taking the lead with a touchdown, you got to call this 4th down territory.
Oh, I think so.
And they go to Stump, this time on that left side, able to fall forward, and he needed 2, and he got about 3. And didn't cross the 10-yard line either, so the Broncos will still have 4 downs, and they don't have to have goal to go right here.
Yeah, just outside the 10. Toggy crowd trying to shout encouragement to the defense here. Hopefully they can stiffen their neck here.
Trying to get behind the team right now. It's been this man, Patrick Stump, this time. Now we're starting to see this defense rally around and get to him. Minimal gain, just a yard on that one by Stump.
10 minutes left in this game.
Yeah, 9 carries in the first half, 16 alone here in the second half. Play action throw over the middle, in and out of the hands, incomplete, had a man open. And again, was looking in the direction of Peyton McAvoy, who beat his man. I believe that was Brady Martin in coverage. And now we're going to see McAvoy down on the turf. And again, indication of like cramps.
Boy, they dodged another bullet right there. That was a touchdown.
And again, I think this is so amazing for Miller. And passing in the second half, he's only 1 of 8. He just had that one completion for the touchdown for 20 yards. That has been it. Outside of that, it has been all on the ground, and it's been Patrick Stump, like we mentioned. And now tending to McAvoy, he's back up and walking over to the sideline. 9 minutes, 41 seconds to go in regulation. Chieftains up by 5. And the Broncos, this is a really big play coming up. 3rd down and 9
no question.
from the Chieftain 10-yard line.
But like you said, partner, it's definitely 4-down territory.
Yeah, we'll see what the Broncos are going to want to try to draw up here. I think on 3rd down and 9, again, unless if they're treating it as 4-down territory, you might hand it off to big 27 Patrick Stump. Let him run it, see what he can get, maybe bring up a 4th and manageable, 4th and short. Or are you going to try to go through the air here and try to get it at all? Blow, and here we go. 3rd down and 9 from the Tonganoxie 10-yard line. Play action for the Broncos. He throws. This one's going to be well short. Really not even getting close to his intended receiver, Ryan Jackson.
Are they bringing on the? No, they're bringing in a jumbo package. Or are they? What are they doing here? Yeah, they got the quarterback off the field here. Yep, they're going to try another field goal.
Wow.
Just a 25-yarder.
1 for 2. Last one he missed from about 33. This one up to the heavens and
got
good.
That one good. 14-12. Now a field goal could win it.
And seeing the Broncos very conservative so far on those little short yardage situations of what they want to do, but still they're getting a little bit closer. And now a chance you can come back out if you're able to get a stop on defense. Now you're a field goal away from taking the lead.
Yeah, the Chieftains have got to move the ball here and take up some of this time, because if you don't, you could be in trouble.
Got to try to find something here to do. Jackson is going to boot it away again. Going back to return it, Alex Stevens and Jacob Marins for the Chieftains. And like you said, it feels like in the Frontier League, it's week after week where it's like game of the week, and That's exactly what we have here. Jackson getting the green light, ready to put this one deep, and he does. It's not going to get out of the end zone, so it's returnable. And it's going to be Marin's coming on the return, angling out to the near side, makes one man miss, makes another, getting closer to 30 and tackled out of bounds.
Good return right there.
And so the Chieftains will set up 1st and 10 near their own 30-yard line thanks to the solid return of close to about 15 yards by Jacob Marins, who will stay out there on offense.
He needs to move the ball here.
Chieftains on offense so far tonight. You've got the punt. You had the muff punt that led to the Spring Hill touchdown. You had a fumble loss and then another punt.
Yeah.
Hasn't been a whole lot to really be too hyped up about on that Chieftain sideline on offense in the second half.
Yeah, they haven't done anything in the second half.
Looking to change that right here. They're going to take a shot. Going down the field, looking for Todd Brown. Overthrown. Nearly intercepted by Mikey Bick.
Yeah, that was close. That could have been disastrous.
Trying to heave it down the field for Todd Brown, and it goes incomplete. Second and 10 play upcoming, running into the huddle. Hunter Nyhart saying a lot more players featured in this Chieftain lineup tonight on offense. You got Marenz out there as well. Second and 10 play, Hand trying to run it. Got just a couple of yards past the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Going to bring up another 3rd down and long. And the numbers on 3rd downs, not great. 1 of 6 so far tonight for the Chieftains.
They really need to pick this up. Looks like it's going to be a pass.
It will be. Langford throws complete.
Good.
Finds Owen Schmidt past the first down markers. Shrugs off a defender and gets close to midfield before he's brought down. Cohen Shuckman puts the final touches on that tackle. And a big pickup there for the Chieftains as they convert.
Owen Schmidt again.
And a 14 yards to the air there. Langford to Schmidt. Four yards away from 100 yards receiving on the night for Owen Schmidt.
He's been the man. Yeah, we need to pick up some yardage here, fellas. Boy,
Broncos bringing pressure and then met right in the backfield, stunting the gap again. Cohen Shuckman was the one that got the head start, and Tanner Hand had no chance there.
That was a run blitz is what that was.
Loss of 4 on that play. Couldn't time it any better from Shuckman.
He was up 2nd and 14.
A spot where the Chieftains have found themselves in few too many times so far tonight. 2nd, 3rd, and long downs.
Laycock's running down to 10 seconds here.
Second and 14, and zeros on the play clock. Did they get it?
Yeah, they got a timeout.
They did. You can tell the coaches not too thrilled about having to burn that timeout. Chieftains first to take a timeout here in the second half. So we're going to step aside with them. We're going to be back after this quick 30-second timeout here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Inviting, connecting, serving, and growing. That's Grounded Coffee House in downtown Tonganoxie. Enjoy the best cup of coffee in town 6 days a week and pair it with freshly made from scratch pastries, muffins, cinnamon rolls, and so much more. Plus, check out their beautiful event center, Grace Hall. Perfect for your next gathering, celebration, wedding, and party. All profits go towards local and international charitable projects and organizations. Drink local, support local at Grounded Coffee House. Place your order for dine-in or carry-out at groundedcoffeehouse.tonganoxie.org.
Second and 14 upcoming for the Chieftains. They're going to throw to it. I don't think Brown was able to get her. Was his knee down when he caught it? I think that's what they're going to rule, and that's going to result in a loss as well.
Yeah. Wow, that hurt.
We're losing 3 or 4 yards right there, which will help the completion percentage for Langford and company, but outside of that, that one hurts.
Well, I understand trying to use a lot of the clock, but they're under 10 seconds again on the play clock. They got to get this play off. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Langford
1.
called for it. Just got off a second on the play clock, and this one is batted down at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, there's a flag.
Did we have a flag? We did. Good eye, partner. So we'll see what this is called. But as of right now,
it's going to be an illegal shift on the Chieftains.
Yep. Broncos will decline this penalty, and the Chieftains will punt once again.
Yep.
Coach Short asking for an explanation. Illegal shift is the call.
Well, that's not what you wanted to do. Hopefully we can get a good punt here and give the Broncos at least a long field. Because any score at all will win it for the Broncos. They'll put them ahead anyway.
Langford ready to boot this one away. Man back is Reagan, ready to return it for the Broncos. No pressure coming from Spring Hill, and it's a pretty good punt. Right at Reagan, backs it up to the 20 as he called fair catch. And that's where the Broncos will take over. Again for the Chieftains in the second half on offense. A pair of punts, 3 punts, and a fumble loss.
Wow.
In a game that they still lead by 2 points, 14-12. That offense has done a great job of bending but not breaking and forced the Broncos to settle for some field goal attempts. They're 2 of 3 on the night. And now with 6 minutes, 20 seconds, Spring Hill, all 3 timeouts still remaining. Chieftains with just 2. And you know, if you're Spring Hill, you would love to get a long drive going here on the ground, burn some clock, but they're going to pass it right away. Avoids Brady Martin on the rush. Miller coming to the near side. He's going to lob it up for Kirshner and makes a spectacular catch up the near sideline. Right past the 50-yard line. Owen Schmidt, not bad coverage whatsoever, but a beautiful pass and catch. Miller to Kirshner. First down, Spring Hill.
Yeah, that was just a well-executed pass right there.
32 yards through the air. First completion in the second half since the 20-yard touchdown on 4th and 5 for Miller. First time him and Kirshner have hooked up through the air tonight. And now a run on the ground here. I believe this is Torres. And he's cramping again on that left leg. As we're going to have an official's timeout. We're going to come and tend to him. It was a good carry. Getting close, about 6 yards on the ground. Torres hasn't been featured as much in the rushing attack so far this evening, but down on the field, cramping up right now. So we'll see as they continue to tend to him. And beautiful aerial coverage tonight at Tonganoxie Sports Live, brought to you by Midwest Drone Co. Locally owned and operated here. Run by none other than Blake Thomas. I think he's looking to pick this up as a side hobby if he's smart. He's done a great job for us here tonight. Appreciate him coming out. Just another unique feature that sets us apart here at Tonganoxie Sports Live and Varsity Sports Live as a whole. Now let's get back out on the field. 5 minutes, 42 seconds. Torres escorted over to the sideline. He continues to battle with cramps. We'll see how much that could factor into this final drive for the Broncos. Stump, head of steam, picks up the first down to the 35-yard line, or just shy.
Top Brown on the stop for the Chieftains. Getting good for Bronco first down.
Just gets it for 5 yards and a first down. Flags will fly up in the air. Obviously, indication this is going to be against Spring Hill. I could just hear it now from back in the days of some of my offensive lineman coaches in the day, whether it was Coach Bond, Coach Wade, or Coach Mack in middle school, whoever. But this is at that time of the game for the linemen, you got to hold your water. You got to find a way to stand still. Can't have that early flinch. That backs the Broncos up by 5. First down and 15 from the Tonganoxie 41. And that's another run. And they're going to get back to the original line of scrimmage and maybe an extra yard or two.
Yep.
And Stump just continues to hammer away at the Chieftain front line of defense.
Under 5 minutes to play now. Chieftains need a big stop here.
2nd and 9 now after the 5-yard penalty. Stump met and brought down immediately, wrapped up there. Waiting to see who it was.
I think he lost a yard on that, or no gain.
I couldn't tell if it was Robbins that was able to get in there. That was a big tackle for the Chieftains nonetheless. No gain. Now 3rd down and 9 coming up here for the Broncos. Up the middle, it's Stump again. And I think that knee or forearm is going to be down about a yard short. And the indication of where it's going to be spotted at on the field, I think so. So this is going to be a 4th and 1 coming up here. And these have not been gimmies by any means tonight for Spring Hill.
No, they haven't. This could be the game right here, boys.
4th down and 1. Chieftains up by 2, under 4 to go in the game. 2 in the backfield. It's a handoff to Stump up the middle. He's going to have it, and he's going to have more as he breaks a tackle. Talon Langford able to bring him down inside the 5. And another strong run up the middle by Patrick Stump as his team is knocking on the door of the lead.
Can I get a second opinion on stocks in the Fidelity app?
What is going on? We don't need stocks right now.
No, we need some defense.
My goodness, this has been a Freaky Friday, no doubt.
Yeah, it looks like the Broncos are going to be content to run some time off the clock.
They go. Stump again to Pater. Touchdown Broncos as they retake the lead with a little over 3 minutes to go in the ballgame.
Well, the Chieftains will have about 3 minutes to answer.
And the Chieftains now back on the ropes, threatening to drop to 0-2 to start this campaign. Broncos are going to go for 2 again, trying to make it a 7-point ball game. Why not? To Stump. And I think he's short. And he is. He did not get in there. And how large that play right there could loom.
Could be big.
So it will remain a 4-point lead for the Broncos, 18-14. Yes. The Chieftains, with a touchdown, can take the lead and potentially win this game in the final seconds.
It's going to require a touchdown.
My goodness.
The second half has really been slow for the offense.
While we have some time here, folks, do want to remind everybody of our new weekly show that we're running here at Varsity Sports Live. It's Frontier League Sports Live, where I sit down with head coaches of football teams every single week for our Varsity Sports Live and Frontier League Sports Live game of the week, and we cover all the action happening throughout the fall sports season in league play as well. Of course, you can watch that game at varsitysportslive.com, or you can go to Varsity Sports Live on YouTube and watch it. Episodes always come out either Monday or Tuesday each week on YouTube. So the Chieftains and the Wildcats were our game of the week last week. Wildcats and the Paola Panthers are the game of the week right now. We'll have to give a scoring update on that in just a moment, but the Chieftains trying to get a big return here, and it's chopped down as he crosses the 20-yard line, and that will set the stage here for this Chieftain offense that has had no rhythm in the second half whatsoever. 3:03 to go, 2 timeouts to work with, down by 4.
Yep.
What are you made of? What a good early test here in the season.
Yep. It's now or never for the Chieftains.
Yeah, for the Chieftains in this second half. They've had a punt, they've lost a fumble, and now they've had back-to-back punts in their last 2 possessions. Need to make something happen here, need to score.
Hard to win ball games like that.
And out in motion to the near side, Langford to pass. Steps up, he's going to try to run with it, slides, hit comes in late, and there comes a flag. And that is so tough to try to play on defense because you never know with Langford.
Yeah.
Every time tonight we've seen him try to lower the shoulder, get the extra yards. Wisely slides down that time, and he's going to pick up an extra 15 yards at the end of it for unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, he was giving himself up, so big penalty.
And it's so, and this is just the modern era of football. It is so tough. If you're a defender there, it's almost a lose-lose because if you let up thinking he's going to slide, he might run by you. But if you're thinking, if he's going to try to lower the shoulder, I need to make a tackle here. And when he's sliding, it's already too late. You're committed.
Yep.
Tough situation there to be in.
It's a conundrum.
Now 1st and 10 at their own 42 after the 15 yards at the end of the Talon Langford run on the unnecessary roughness. They're going to go through the air again, and he throws deflected up in the air, and it's intercepted by the Broncos. Lucas Golston is the one that breaks it in. And with that, 2:28 to go in the ball game, the Broncos can run the clock out and win it on the road.
Yep. Turnovers.
First interception of the game by Talon Langford. 3rd overall turnover of the night for the Chieftains. Let's see, looking back on our replay monitor here in the booth of who got a fingertip on it. It was Lucas Golston that got the interception. But a Bronco able to get a piece of that football, knock it up into the air. An unfortunate break for the Chieftains. Deflected at the line of scrimmage again, and I believe it was Cade Myers that was able to break that one up. The Broncos run it on 1st down. They're probably going to keep it on the ground here a lot. No gain. Brings up 2nd and 10. And the Chieftains still 2 timeouts remaining. The Broncos have all 3. Well, now I feel like you've been asking a lot of this Chieftain defense, and they've done a great job of maintaining the Broncos. Eventually, after a while, it's really hard to contain Patrick Stumpf. It's really hard to contain this offense. But they've started to break through.
Yeah, but you know you've held them to 18 points, so you got to figure that you're going to win games.
And on no carry on 1st down, they go to
teams
Stumpf.
down under 20.
And he got close to just about 4. I think the Chieftains just took a timeout there. It's going to leave them with 1 more, and it's going to be 3rd down and 6. And this one right here really could potentially be the ball game. If Spring Hill's able to convert here, you imagine it's going to force the Chieftains to take the final timeout. That will be it if they get to stop here. So let's just kind of run through some scenarios here while we have some time. best case scenario, you get the stop here. I imagine if you're Spring Hill, again, you're no chance you're going to be passing it here on this play. You're going to keep it on the ground. If the Chieftains get the stop, you force them to take their final timeout. That would leave the Chieftains with maybe roughly, by the time they get the ball back on offense, you're going to be looking about a minute and a half at best.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be under that.
Probably going to be closer to a minute 15.
And now with Spring Hill in Chieftain territory, it's at the Tonganoxie 48-yard line. You're going to be deep in your own territory, no timeouts. You're really going to need a miracle drive there.
Yep.
Worst case, you give it to Stump. He picks up this first down here. You got to take that final timeout. Ball game over. Spring Hill's going to win it for the second year in a row.
But let's not forget we had a miracle at the end of the first half.
That's true. I'm telling you, we have seen some really strange things happen on this Friday the 13th. Let's see what happens here.
Not the prettiest game we've seen.
2 in the backfield. They go to Stump up the middle, trying to run. He is short. He's going to get up to the 45, so he got about 3. He needed 6.
Thought you take their last timeout.
Tonganoxie just burnt their final timeout. Keldai in on the stop for Tonganoxie. And folks, after.
So what do you think? You think they're going to run Stump on this 4th down? Are they going to try?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But we're going to be breaking down this conclusion coming up in the Brothers Market postgame show, where they treat you like family. We'll break down the game. We'll wait and see if Coach Schroyer, if he makes his way up. Usually the past couple of years during home games, after the games, he'll come up. He'll give us a chance to ask him a couple questions. We'll see if he'll do that again. So we'll have that. Some final stats and everything, all that and more coming up in the Brothers Market postgame show right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. So the Chieftains did what they needed to. They needed to get the stop. It's 4th and 3. I think it's an interesting question. Do you give it back to Stump and go 4th and 3? And indications, I think that's probably what they're going to be doing. So this is it. This is definitively right here.
This is the
ball game. Chieftains get a stop. They have a chance. If not, game over. Minute 35. Same formation. 2 in the backfield. Torres to the left of Miller. He's going to send him in motion. Now over to the right side. And the Chieftains came across. And they're going to give him those 5 yards free. And the Broncos will come across. And that could do it.
They just gave him the game. They can run it out with kneel downs now. That's the last thing you don't want to do.
7th penalty. None costlier than that one for the Chieftains. You see the frustration there, Brady Martin.
Ugh.
And a mental error.
Now it's going to be a victory formation.
Very uncharacteristic of a Troyer-led team here in Tonganoxie over the past decade plus. And now the Broncos can line up in victory formation. They're going to kneel out this clock, and they're going to win this ball game.
That's too bad.
And who saw this coming? The Tonganoxie Chieftains are going to start 2024 0-2, dropping 2 critical key games in league play.
Both winnable games.
They're going to lose their 2 games to the same opponents that they lost to in league play last year as well by a combined 5 points. 1 point loss last week in overtime, 4-point loss here in regulation. Another kneel down for Miller. They're going to have to do at least one more. And we'll do the handshake.
That's the ball game.
It's going to do it. Broncos will take it 18-14. What a game. And what a heartbreak again for the Chieftains. What a game. Nonetheless, again, but a lot of sad faces leaving here tonight. And Tonganoxie, close game. Just couldn't quite do it at the end. Again, final score, Spring Hill 18, Tonganoxie 14. You see the handshake line. Again, a one more special shout out to our aerial coverage tonight by Midwest Drone Co. Drone company led up by Blake Thomas. Appreciate you, brother, coming out, doing this for us tonight. Hope we can have you back and we can continue to do this throughout this season. As the Chieftains will come up short, just the second week in a row. We're going to step aside here, and we'll be back with our coverage and the Brothers Market post-game show after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com. First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com. For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Back here on Tonganoxie Sports Live and the Brothers Market post-game show where they treat you like family. And again, it was another classic. I feel like we've thrown that word a lot around, but I mean, we're 2 weeks into the season. We've had two great games. The only thing that would make them better is that the Chieftains just found themselves on the other side. They drop it tonight against the Broncos, 18-14. They'd go to 0-2 in the 2024 season. Drew two straight losses to in-league opponents as well, and not just in-league opponents, contenders as well.
Yeah.
So this is definitely going to be a time now where we're getting into late October. These games, when you're looking at playoff seeding, definitely league title implications.
Yeah.
When you lose back-to-back games to what's expected to be some of the top teams. It came down to the Broncos and the Wildcats in the final game last year, and as of right now, both of those teams. Spring Hill 2-0. I'm going to pull up the score real quick over on Paola Sports Live to see on our Frontier League Sports Live game of the week between the Wildcats and the Panthers. So just stand by for a moment. Partner, while I'm pulling this up, just give us your thoughts here. Give us some Dennyisms, if you will, on just kind of the game tonight, what you saw, the good, the bad, the mid
ugly.
in between. Well, let's remember, it's still – high school football, just 2 weeks into the season. Still plenty of time. Obviously, some things to correct, but there were some bright spots tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah, no question about it. That last 3 minutes of the first half showed the resilience and determination of the Chieftains. Took that 14-point lead into the halftime.
Diagnostic services, digital radiology,
they weren't able to do anything in the second half at all. As far as it comes to offense, they didn't put a single point on the board in the second half, and that's what cost them the game. But too many turnovers, too many penalties. Early season football.
Yeah, and we can see it here coming up on your screen momentarily. That is coming into the final seconds. That game is now over. Lewisburg 34, Paola 13. So the Wildcats, they're now 2-0 on the regular season. And these Frontier League standings right now. Now you got the Panthers dropping down to 0-2. The Chieftains are 0-2. This is getting to a point right now. Let's see if we can try to pull up any other games. Let's check in at Baldwin and see how the Bulldogs fared tonight. Again, our area matchups brought to you by Wizard of Paws right here in Tonganoxie, locally owned and operated. Ottawa routing the Bulldogs in that game 42-7. Obviously, Broncos getting the win here. Let's check in over at that Eudora game. The Cardinals were hosting the Bonner Springs Braves in a game that we're looking, both teams looking for their first wins of the season. Let's see if we're able to find that here. Having some trouble trying to pull it up. All right, now let's go all the way down here to the bottom. It's not wanting to cooperate right now. I can look up the score for that here in just a little bit. Everyone got to get a nice little behind-the-scenes peek of how we run it here on Tonganoxie Sports. Again, we had a lot of great things up our sleeves today. I want to thank everyone that tuned in and watched. Real quick, partner, we still need to give out our player of the game tonight, brought to you by Midwest Carpet Center in Tonganoxie. I always leave these honors up to you. Again, Midwest Carpet Center, they have all your carpet and flooring needs with professional quality and great pricing. Family owned and operated. Stop by and see them today in downtown Tonganoxie or visit their website, MidwestCarpetCenter.com, to learn more. Player of the game tonight.
Patrick Stump.
Patrick Stump.
No question about it. And for the Chieftains, Owen Smith.
He came just a few yards shy, 96 total yards, 1 touchdown. He came just shy of the century mark.
And he had a big interception.
Had the interception as well, and that led to that big score right before halftime where they put the Chieftains up 14-3, held scoreless in the second half. Broncos took it the rest of the way, able to take it 18-14. We're going to step aside again. We'll have some more final stats, and we're going to take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Chieftains when we return here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Why can't I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
Community minded and community strong. That's what you get at Community National Bank in Tonganoxie. Community National offers big city amenities with the personalization of a small town bank. They make banking easy with a 24-hour on-site ATM and mobile app that allows you to bank from anywhere. They offer great options on loans, checking and savings accounts, CDs, safety deposit boxes, and more. Stop by and let their friendly staff serve you at 231 North Main Street in Tonganoxie. Community National Bank, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics. Member FDIC.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information, and become a member today by visiting their website, TonganoxieBusinessAssociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Back here at Tonganoxie Sports Live. Again, just one stat Like talk about player of the game, Owen Schmidt for the Chieftains, and for the Broncos, Patrick Stump, 30 carries, and these are unofficial stats, by the way. I'm keeping track of them while I'm doing the play-by-play stuff, so not official, but I had him down 182 yards.
Yeah, I'm not at all surprised. He was picking up chunks of yardage, especially in the second half.
Yeah, had that touchdown late as well, put the Broncos on top with a little over 3 minutes to go, and then it was the interception as we just had the rosters thrown away for the Broncos, but it was tipped up in the air and it was intercepted late, and that was all she wrote for this one. Looking at the upcoming schedule for both of these teams, we're going to look at the Broncos. They're going to be at home for a nice little homestand. They're going to take on the Cardinals, who, looking at that score, beating the Braves handily. I think it was 54-0, 56-0.
Oh, wow.
They handled their business there. They are now 1-1 on the year. So a big one on the road at Spring Hill, the Cardinals and the Broncos. That will be our Frontier League Sports Live Week 3 game of the week, so you can keep an eye out on Frontier League Sports Live and on Varsity Sports Live on YouTube and our website, varsitysportslive.com, for that show that'll go live after I get interviews with Coach Steffen and Coach Feedback on Monday or Tuesday. After that, they host the Piper Pirates. Big road test after that on the road at Ottawa for the Broncos.
That could be a big game.
And you got the Cyclones that are 2-0 on the season, so they're right there in the mix. And then, of course, after that, they'll take on Paola and Emporia at home, and then they'll wrap up the season on the road at Lewisburg. That one, just like last year, could come down to who ends up winning the Frontier League. Meanwhile, for the Chieftains, they'll be on the road next week at Lansing, a little bit of Frontier League and UKC Conference intermingling there. Big road test on the road against the Lions. They'll be back here at home. One of these is going to be the homecoming game, I'm sure, versus Paola and then versus Bonner Springs. So a couple of matchups there potentially for the Chieftains. If they can get the win on the road, you have two favorable matchups, I would think, here at home. Get you back before you go on the road again and take on Basin Linwood October 11th, and then at Eudora, and then back here at home on senior night against Ottawa. So.
Well, like we talked about, partner, you know, in a tough league like this, you really need to hold serve at home, and unfortunately the Chieftains fell a little short tonight.
Yeah. So we're going to take a look what's coming up here again. The game next Friday at Lansing, and then we'll be back again the 27th here at home against Paola. Tonganoxie volleyball will debut on October 1st. It'll be a home duel against the Baldwin Bulldogs, and then, of course, that following Friday, the Braves come into town to take on the Chieftains, another edition of Friday Night Lights. Already starting to get close to October. It's kind of crazy.
It just goes so fast.
I know.
It's unreal.
I know. It really does. So that's going to do it for us here. Again, just want to give a special thank you and a special shout out to all of our tremendous sponsors here at Tonganoxie Sports Live. Without your guys' tremendous support, we would not be able to provide this exceptional coverage that we are able to do for free for the players, their families, and the community, and everyone that's a fan of Chieftain Athletics. So it all starts with all of our tremendous sponsors there. That graphic gets bigger and bigger every single year. You talked about it earlier. It's a great community. It's a supportive community, and that's a good example of it right there. So a shout out to all of our tremendous sponsors here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We're going to wrap it up here. Signing off, we're going to see you 1 week from tonight on the road at Lansing as the 0-2 Chieftains are going to look for their first win of the year as they will take on the Lansing Lions. Alongside Blake Thomas on aerial drone coverage and Dennis Drennan on color, I'm Dylan Funk saying so long from Beatty Field. We're so glad you could join us tonight. We'll see you next time right here on your home of the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.